Getting there. All right.
So I guess I want
Tikanja on my.
If you can believe it, I think I actually have my rig set up.
Oh, cool. Hey.
And you are much louder than SBQ right now, which is probably correct.
What I totally don't understand is why I can't hear you guys.
Can you not hear me?
You can't hear us?
All right.
Am I any better yet, Crow?
On computer.
Slightly, yeah.
I turned gain up a bit.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. You're not quite as loud as Mr. PR Miller is right now, but you're pretty good.
Okay. I don't want to be too loud for my stream.
Well, the important thing is that you and Mr. PR Miller and me are all about the same volume, so we can all be in the same voice channel, and we can just change the emulator's volume if need be.
Right. How's this? Is this even better?
Yeah, that's probably about right there.
Okay, perfect. Let's find out why.
Can somebody send me a message if you guys can hear me?
Sure, I will do that.
Okay, I guess that means you guys can hear me. Why am I not getting any sound to my app?
Right.
We're trying to troubleshoot Mr. PR Miller right here.
All right, so I've started streaming. My mic's muted on my stream. I'll be okay.
There we go. Hey.
You can hear us?
I can hear you. I can't believe it. Sooner or later, it was bound to work.
Just try all the permutations. Unplug everything and then just randomly plug everything into some socket that it fits in until eventually, with enough tries, you'll get the setup you need.
I thought the universal serial bus was supposed to solve that problem. Nice. All right. Thank God I can actually hear you guys, and I tested. I've got good stream coverage and everything.
Excellent. Do you guys have the ROM generated?
Well, we will need to pick a seed to specify, so we're all on the same ROM, of course.
I generated one, and
well, we also need to decide what options we're using. Are we using duplicate characters or not? Are we using maximum experience sharing or not? And then I assume we're using both hold wide or run and shorter cutscenes for sanity.
I talked about it. I guess I should have talked about it with you more, Crow. But I talked about it with Miller, and it was who basically decided whatever. So I went ahead and generated one with basically everything but hard mode.
Okay, so duplicate characters,
but just
normal duplicate characters, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I sent the seed here. I posted again for both of you.
All right. So that's the seed, all right?
Yeah, that's the seed it gave me.
349126559 for any of you viewers at home that want to get in on this.
All right, so what options are we? Is it everyone that's on except for hard mode? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah. So duplicate characters on normal mode.
Okay.
Maximum experience sharing, hold wide to run, shorter cutscenes. Automatic file name doesn't matter, and make sure show debug info is off. If you turn on show debug info, it does not actually use the seed you specify to make sure that players in a race don't try to get a leg up on their opponents by seeing what characters they're going to get.
My plan is foiled. As if I could even pretend to know that that was what was going to happen.
Let me see. All right, I'm setting up my Nightbot, so I have periodic announcements advertising your awesome randomizer, Crow.
Cool. Thank you. Let me turn off my music and then start moving my stream towards actually showing stuff rather than just showing characters being shuffled around. If either of you guys, for whatever reason, want the program that I made to shuffle characters on my stream during the setup screen, just ask and I've got it.
Well, I revamped my overlay, by the way. It's a little cleaner.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm happy with it. I changed it so instead of like the names, it actually is pictures of the characters and stuff.
Ah,
so.
nice.
And I was able to remove the whole. I had a whole separate like icon overlay to show like the characters that are going to be in Fabul and the ones in the final party. And the way I rearranged the whole thing, I was able to just put those icons directly on the overlay. It was perfect.
Nice. And
I guess it doesn't really matter
I
for
can
you
figure
guys,
out
but-
where I actually put the ROM after I made it. Looks like it didn't go into the folder that I usually put it into.
For me, they always go right into the randomizer.
Yeah, that's the default. But it looks like it went into downloads for some reason
Oh, okay.
this time for me.
By the way, are you broadcasting any of our chat to the?
Yes, I have Discord playing on my channel.
That's
I
cool.
do not have other people's chat boxes on my channel, but that's fine. I'm assuming both of you are streaming. I know SBQ just said he was, but I'm not sure about the other.
I am.
Okay, you are. All right.
Yeah, I don't have any viewers yet, but I'm assuming anyone will be able to hear you. Well, I
Right.
gotta turn
Yeah.
my decibels
As long as
down.
you're streaming desktop audio, it should pick up from me. I think there's at least one way you could set things up such that it wouldn't, but that seems unlikely. I think I want to turn up the volume slightly on my emulator. I can figure out how to convince it to do that.
Interesting. Okay, gotta resize this.
Whatever, I'll leave it. I'll just have a very quiet game audio, I guess.
All right, I am going to take a very quick bathroom break, and then we can probably start. I don't know.
By the way, people in my stream, let me know. And I'm Crow, by the way. I guess I should make that super clear.
Yeah, I'm SBQ92.
And I'm Mr. PR Miller.
All right. So anyone in my stream, let me know if there are any audio balance issues. In particular, I'm looking at whether I should be increasing the volume of the people who are talking on Discord as opposed to getting volume from my microphone. I suspect my microphone may be too loud compared to them.
Okay, I'm going to be right back.
I'm going to post the seed for this with all the fun stuff into my chat in case anybody wants to see it, because there we go.
Sweet.
Oop, that's not the whole thing.
Yeah, there's a character limit. If you dumped the entire contents of the build log, then there is a character limit in Twitch's chat, which usually you don't encounter, but can't show up. All right, let's flip me to the actual race screen, set up the chat window to be just a little bit larger. That should be good. So I recently had to move where the reset key was. because all the for my live split, I mean, because all of the Quest for Glory games were requiring me to hit escape or tab so often that I was accidentally hitting tilde, which was my reset the timer button.
You know, I've been setting mine up for shift tilde, so that way it's just one more thing I have to hit, or even whenever I do local recording, control tilde.
Okay. I moved mine to F6, which does not correspond to anything I want to do on anything else.
Yeah, that's not likely to hit anything along the way. Although I did see that you set a Quest for Glory 5 record.
I did, yes.
Looks that's a nice drop off of Puri's old time.
There's still about 4 minutes to be bumped off, I think, without doing any further rerouting. There were a few places where I just started going to one place, and I was like, oh, wait, I forgot to do this other thing. I had to run back. And then I also forgot to defeat Bruno on my way to, and by defeat Bruno, I mean slaughter him off screen on my way to marry Nawar. You know, on the same night that I married Katrina, because I'm a player like that.
I love that is part of it. I mean, I don't even know if we should make that part of the 100% requirement for it. However,
100% requirements on speedrun.com for that game probably does need to be updated. Right now, it just says get 1,000 points, which is a very different yardstick.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's so easy to do. There's what, like 1,150 for Wizard or something like that?
I forget.
Paladin's like 1,200. I think that's an easy one to hit there at the end. I'm thinking, I don't even know how we build a yardstick to measure that game because there's such a problem with the points.
Yeah. The big question for me, if I'm worried about points, is marrying Elsa is worth 15 points, but marrying Nawar is worth 10. The two are mutually exclusive. So do I count Elsa as being better? If so, then I might have to rethink on whether it is possible to marry her and win the Right of Valor. Whenever I was routing, I was under the impression that that was not possible, that if you wanted to marry Elsa, you had to give her the Hydra Teeth. But I think I saw a run somewhere, a thief run somewhere, I think, that does not do that. Maybe
really?
The black bird was acceptable alternative or something. I don't know. But I never took the time out to investigate thoroughly what marrying Elsa did or did not involve. I just assumed that it would have to be Nawar because of the Right of Valor.
All right, David TKI is in my chat right now. He's saying his opinion is that if we're crossing off everything off the to-do list, then choose whatever combination of the two you can pull off.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking the same thing. You guys probably have a better handle on Quest for Glory 5 than I do. I figured out the quick route, and then I was like, okay, well, I can cross this one off of my checklist.
Yeah, I wound up getting pretty good at convincing the game that I'm not in combat at the correct times to get through the goons in the first couple of doors. So armed with that knowledge, I might be able to beat your any % time if I put some effort into it.
Oh, I'm sure. There's with the dragon behaving the right way. There's another little mini skip that I could probably run, just attacking and frostbiting the dragon ahead of time to wear it down a little bit faster. There's a couple things I can think of that would probably make that run a little faster. Barring control. I mean, control is probably 50% of the speed in that run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of the time that I improved whenever I was going from my runs that were about an hour 40 to the hour 24 that I posted recently, most of the time gain there was me coming up with better understandings of how to quickly pull the items I want from my inventory and from my spell list.
Yep.
Whenever I need them, because if you get lost in those menus, you lose so much time, and you have to do it constantly.
Yeah, I can think of the number of times I actually had to restart my run just based on pulling spells down into my spell bar.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, oh shoot, I'm on a touchpad because I'm on a laptop. If I would have actually had a proper mouse, I can't imagine.
Oh, by the way, do you have a Speedruns Live chat room account?
It has been a long time since I've set up anything on Speedruns Live. Yes, I have. I have an account with them. However, it's been a while since I've logged into the IRC or anything like that, so I'm not even sure I
If you
remember.
can remember how to do it in a reasonable period of time. The two of us, I think, will be using that to do the timing, officially deciding who won and lost and all that stuff, and doing the countdown. I can count you down audibly as it counts us down too if you can't get in, but if you can get in, that might be slightly easier.
That's probably my computer.
I just realized that I didn't actually plug in my controller, so I'm going to have to restart my emulator once I've done that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty important.
Yeah, I don't want to do this on keyboard. It's been forever since I've played.
Oh yeah, man. Way back in the day, I used to do like everything on keyboard.
Back in high school, I gave myself the starts of carpal tunnel doing, specifically it was Tetris Attack on keyboard, and the ZSNES default bindings was arrow keys plus the block of like insert home, page up, page down.
Oh wow.
Delete, end, that block. So I was constantly rocking my hand with my thumb doing the arrow keys, and then my middle finger doing the buttons. And if you know anything about that game, you have to do a lot of constant alternating inputs there. So yeah, that was an experience that I'm not going back to.
Oh man, I couldn't even imagine trying that. I always remapped the buttons. I had ASD, ZXC as my block of buttons.
I am getting a phone call. I'll be back in. I will force this to not be long.
Well, that should give me just enough time to get the Speedruns Live info. I have my registration all put into it, so it's just a matter of relearning how to log in.
I still have no viewers. That's okay. Last night I was playing. Well, yeah, I was playing the Mega Man games. I spent probably good 45 minutes or so, maybe like half an hour at least, like 0 viewers. But then I even considered stopping at one time, but I thought, nah, I'll keep going. And then yeah, the one streamer, Cool Kid, stopped by. He's a big Mega Man gamer, and he stopped by and gave me some encouragement, and then he encouraged me to go on and play Mega Man 4, and then you guys got me playing Mega Man 5, and it ended up being actually a really fun night.
I was hoping so.
With sorry?
I said I was hoping so. I mean, we just kept egging you on. We wondered how many games we could actually get you to play.
Okay. So that was Mom, who had incidentally previously called during another stream of mine yesterday, so I did want to blow her off on 2 consecutive days, so I at least let her know that I'll try to reach her tomorrow. Okay. Are we all set up to go?
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to figure out the IRC stuff in time.
That's all right. We'll count you down.
Good.
So I guess, are we all ready then?
I am ready.
I am ready.
All right. Well, let me dot ready here.
Mhm.
Boom. I guess that's
Okay. 0 remaining. Race begin in 10 seconds, it says. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
boom. Let's start. Let's video games.
Video games. Yeah.
Wonder who is Diesel going to be? That's the question.
Who's Diesel gonna be? My
Yeah,
sound
they'll
is
be
off
fairly
for some
important.
reason. Okay.
Diesel.
I'm now
Diesel.
behind like 2 seconds.
Diesel is Diesel.
All right.
Aw,
DK will be sticking around in boring mode.
No, it'll be really nice as if Kane is Diesel also. Then we won't know what to do.
is this even random?
Yeah, we'll end up with just a vanilla game. Oh, I guess I should have started my timer.
Oh
yeah,
shoot! I don't have
well.
my time. Shoot, yeah. I don't even have live split open.
That makes it hard. You have, in principle, speedrun.com keeping track. I also did start my timer. Admittedly, I started it like 2 seconds late, but whatever. If you ever need a update, I can let you know.
Good, good, good.
At this point, I think even if I'm just like a minute or so behind, it's not that big a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Because Speedruns Live has our actual
Official
times.
time.
Yeah.
I've thought before, regarding nearly vanilla seeds, I've thought before that in particularly A Link to the Past, if all of the items happened to be in their vanilla locations, given the way that the randomizer players... Oh, wow, this is...
Wow.
This is
Whoa.
not randomized, apparently.
SBQ,
Anyway.
what are you doing here to us?
Hey, this is what the program gave me. Wow.
But yeah, if...
Okay, I
given
wonder.
the way that the randomizer players play, if all of the items that were required just happened to be right before the spot where they were required, that would actually be a giant problem for them. Okay, we've got Rosa as our Sid, and we have Paladin Cecil as our love interest.
I've got
Apparently, this is one of those seeds where only Cecil himself can catch his own interest.
I'm already way behind because none of my UI is working right. But that's okay. That's okay. Here we go. No, it's my own setup. It's my own setup. Besides,
Okay, by UI, you mean like controller buttons?
yeah, exactly. Because you guys are the nice ones working on the. Oh wow. Okay, there's a love. Wow. Okay, Peasel and Diesel.
Diesel and Diesel.
Narcissism hype.
And Sid is Rosa. I have no idea what this is meant to mean. Maybe I shouldn't be calling this out. I have no idea where you guys are.
No, that's fine.
Oh, my policy on Lunarian Shuffle races is that you can just talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. Don't worry about spoilers.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, there are a lot of randomizers that are picky about that, but
Yeah, I've seen some of the
RPGs
Link
are
to the
pretty
Past
long, so
races.
I don't think it really makes that much sense. Also, there are a lot of randomizers where it really matters where one particular item is. This randomizer isn't usually that way. I mean, if there's a particular powerful weapon, that's one thing, but that's a lot different than finding like the tablet in Final Fantasy 1 and not being able to proceed until you find the one chest that has it.
Right.
Ah, you say, what is ah?
Yeah, that's my normal. What is going on? I'm not used to running. Let's just say, I'm not used to running. That's the.
Yeah, it is more technical to run and also open chests than you would think it would be, because you have to let go of Y to close the text box after you open the chest, or something like that.
All right, Rydia acquired. Just kidding, guys.
I took a deep detour
No way
into
I'm there
Baron.
yet.
I
I
was
got
gonna
a darkness sword out of it too, so slight
I
payoff.
just thought I'd throw you guys off. Yeah, Dark. I was pretty happy with that equipment get. Oh, wow,
How
you
much,
have
if
a-
any, glitching are we doing?
What is going?
I was planning mist skip if I have a tent.
Okay.
Is that what you were kind of wondering?
Yeah, that's the main question.
Yeah, I don't know. Miller,
I'm pretty
do you
sure
know,
Mr. PR Miller does not know the missed clip.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I can do the mist clip.
Oh, you can?
I am opting not to because I figure
Oh.
if that doesn't work, then it gives me a leg up on you guys.
Okay. So we're calling it fair game if it
Go
we
nuts.
feel like it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Okay.
I'm gonna get creamed this round already. I can tell you.
Do I have a tent? I haven't checked.
There was a tent just outside of Mist Dragon.
Okay, I have a tent. Wait, whoa, you're at Mist Dragon?
Yeah?
Wow.
Is that unusual? I didn't explore Baron very thoroughly. I just kind of dashed
Yeah.
to the grass area. I found a darkness sword there, and I was like, "This is everything I need."
Yeah. All right, that's fair. Okay. I'm in Mist Cave, but I'm definitely not at the dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, me
I'm
neither. I'm in
about
Mist
halfway.
Cave. Mainly
I have a
because I was
tendency to
fumbling
mess
with
up
my.
the mist clip, so we'll see if I actually do it.
Mainly because I've been fighting with my control scheme the entire time.
Oh.
Man, that was fun. No, that's my own fault. I was rushing to get this set up on the big rig that's upstairs. I call it the big rig because it's got like
Big rig, I
it's
like it.
it's got like 10 times the amount of power that my actual laptop has, and my laptop's not that bad if it can run XSplit and some other things.
Uh-huh.
Of course, I guess I'm also slightly behind because I had to actually take time to set up my overlay with the characters that I'm getting.
Okay.
I don't have like one button press for those. I have to like go select the image and stuff.
I did recently upload the update to the duplicate characters mode of the overlay.
Yeah, I saw it. I've used it. I've had it off to the side sometimes when doing runs on my own, but I don't have room on my overlay for it.
Okay. I am now selling a pass so I can buy a paladin shield.
Wait. All right, let's. Attempting the mist clip.
There's some nice stuff there.
Okay,
Not
good.
like super game breaking, but
Apparently there's a pass.
pretty good. There's a pass. There is a dancing dagger and a karate gi in
Ooh, those are pretty
the
good.
in
Oh, in the
Radiant's
shop.
house.
Oh, that is pretty good.
Oh, we got Porum.
Weapon and armor shops weren't particularly notable, though.
Did I hear Porum?
That
Looks
is for 'em, yes.
I don't have time to check the shop. You guys are ahead of me.
no. Remember, I'm not doing the mist clip. All I'm doing is halving it ahead of you.
Okay.
Right.
There's the great bow as one of the weapons in the weapon shop. If you feel like gambling on that being relevant.
Not really. I'm not as big on archery as you are. I don't like the item management, the arrow management.
Mm-hmm.
But
We're gonna end up with Edward for Peasel. It's good.
please,
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Kane was poorly equipped.
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
I didn't actually check him.
he had like bard, silver knife.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Okay,
silver
that-
knife's actually.
I was
Pretty
gonna
relevant
It's decent,
sometimes.
actually. Yeah.
say his jump damage seemed like it was doing enough.
Yeah. This once upon a time, before there was randomized initial equipment for characters, Paladin Cecil just always started with a silver knife and it was extremely game warping. Just whenever you happen to get Paladin Cecil, you just grabbed the silver knife and handed it to other characters, and that's just how you got through the early part of the game all the time. I decided that it was an okay experience to have sometimes, so it's still on the list of available items. I just didn't want it to be always what happened.
Right.
All right.
We're
going to have
my first time checking an item shop.
Yeah, I'm guessing we're going to have three
Nice.
very, very different strategies here. Mine is just going to be going about as quickly as I can to try to keep up with you guys, because I've only completed one rando run, so this is all.
Yeah. Like any competitive thing, practice makes a big difference. So, SPQ has certainly played quite a few seeds. I want to say you've probably played more seeds than anyone other than myself at this time.
Oh, wow. You think so?
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
Or at least I'm the only one who has announced that I have. Like, the only one who's told you
There
that
have
I
been a bunch
have.
of people that have played offline, I know, without streaming.
I've only streamed it a couple times, I think. But I have played it a lot on my own.
Mm-hmm.
I usually have the speed up key as well. I have it I use a PS2 controller, and I'll put speed up on my. I don't have it active now. Don't worry.
That would be quite the unfair advantage.
All right, guys, I got the sand
Not on a
movie.
place where you accidentally press it.
Wait, you mean we're not playing on 4x frame skip? Shoot! Oh no.
Yeah, I had a problem one time where one of my emulators, I think it was BSNES, had as the speed up key the plus button, which also happens to be my split button. So every time I was using that particular emulator and I split, I got like a quarter second of speed up alongside it, and it took me a while to notice that was happening. I was noticing some music cue strangeness, and that's how I eventually figured it out.
I need to start killing some enemies because I'm not going to have any money.
Money is overrated.
The pass sells for 5,000 if you pick that up.
Oh, true, yes. You've heard the karate, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm totally selling that pass.
Man, now I should have done the miss skip.
That's like a free.
Not that big of a deal. If I'm
free
my
5K.
way of handling money in the early game, whenever there are damaging items available in the shop. By the way, the item shop was amazing this time. Had all the things you want.
Of course, the little old lady blocked my way and I ran.
Yeah,
Let's
but
see.
whenever those items are available, I use those to kill just a few sets of enemies, and then that more than pays for themselves.
No Zeus Rage, though.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Wind is available, and that's pretty good against most things. They're in particular the frogs and the
True.
crocodiles or alligators.
But
whichever it
Molotovs
is.
would be good against the zombies.
That is also correct. Ice arrows is what our Tela replacement has equipped. I'll go ahead and give her the karate gi.
Ooh, a her, eh?
You heard correct. And if you put together ice arrows and her, you should have a pretty good idea pretty quick. It's Edward. All right, that was
Would be an accurate description.
it's just long golden flowing locks. It always confuses me.
So as a kid, I always thought that Edward was like Oscar from the Sesame Street. If
What,
you look at
a
his
Muppet?
whenever he's facing upward on the map in particular, he just looks like an overflowing trash can with the lid placed sarcastically on top of it. Check it out sometime.
What a description of French berets, I'm telling you. Oh, that's great.
Okay, yeah. So I see who this is.
If you're desperate for some reason for information, if you talk to a person in the northwest quadrant of Kaipo, they'll actually mention Tella's replacement's name.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think you mentioned that once in a stream.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about that. First strike.
Never actually checked what Porum had. Iron arrows? Nah.
Yeah. I hate when monsters strike first.
That's the mantra of
it's-
every speedrunner of this game ever.
It is the worst. It is so annoying. Final Fantasy 1. Oh, 9 enemies? Okay. Oh, monsters strike first? Okay.
Everyone's chain paralyzed
So-
now? Great.
Oh, cool. I'm stun locked. All right. GG.
Just hoping someone good is in Edward's spot for killing Ant Lion. Someone
But
that
the randomizer,
dagger would be great.
not the randomizer, but the randomizing function to choose like who's going to attack when in combat, like turn order, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
It apparently it like slightly favors monsters, so it doesn't use speed apparently.
Monsters are a little weird. There's a lot of study into how that works because of, the speedrunners that care a lot about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's iICrowIi is the guy who put together. I think he calls the program Spoony. It's a thing that goes through all of the steps that you will take ever over the course of the game, and it figures out based on input of how long every fight takes on average, which he also generates with another simulator.
Oh my lord.
Man.
Exactly how long it would take for you to complete each run based on various options for how many steps you take here or there. Probably taking more fights here than I need to. Oh, and Porum goes down. Brilliant.
Yeah, that happened to me pretty quickly.
At least we have someone who can revive her. If you select the correct target, Cecil did not need that life spell.
Man, where are you guys?
I'm right about to fight Octomom.
Okay.
And
Not
I
quite as far ahead as me, or not quite, not quite as far ahead as I thought you were.
I am
That's what I was trying to say.
I'm about to kill Octomom.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Of course, then again, I'm going to guess that you guys are going to be able to kill him a little bit faster than I could.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently I'm lagging behind. I'm not even at the save point in the water passage yet.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you're taking too many fights. I don't know.
I'm running from every fight.
That's what
haven't taken too many treasure chests.
That's my strategy. It ain't the
Okay,
best one.
I've only taken a couple where I had an item to clear them out quickly. But I don't know.
Okay. I think I put the karate gi onto Rosa. I'm trying to remember whether I did or not. I meant to, and if so, I need to pull it off. So in any case, I need to check after this fight is over.
Too many fights.
I didn't take too many chests this time. I felt like the Darkness Sword on Cecil
That was a good
was
find.
probably going to get me through a lot of stuff.
That's a good point. Ah,
All right, who is Edward? Do you want to know? Do you want to know?
Sure, go for it.
let's fear it.
Fusoya. Fusoya.
That's an
Excellent.
interesting.
Actually, not as excellent as I was hoping. I was really hoping for a dagger user.
For your dancing dagger.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. We don't have anyone for that yet.
Haha. I don't even have a dancing dagger. Haha.
Neener. I have more stuff than you. Wait, what?
Yeah. When you guys are busy sorting your inventories and throwing things out, I'm going to be running all the way right into the wall where I get myself killed by the Delta sisters.
Ooh. Nice, got a black glove.
Yeah.
I
Also,
did
maybe I
find
should-
that somewhere, and I didn't actually put it on yet. I should probably do that.
Did you guys adjust your battle speeds?
Yeah, to 1.
Oh, I should have done that.
It
I
helps.
just remembered it's a thing.
Mm-hmm. Frankly, if you're not super confident in the battles, I think battle speed 2 is actually legit in a lot of situations. It's generally as if you run buffered like everything whenever you're using battle speed 2. So compared to 1. So yeah, that's a thing you can sometimes justify better than you'd think.
Wow, this is the weakest Fusoya in the history of everything.
What were his initial spells?
Level
I don't.
5, right?
Yeah, he's level 5 with 22 magic. Like,
Pretty sure Rydia has more than that at level 5.
yeah, the only person he's probably outpacing right now is my Porum.
And she's probably not that far behind him.
Yeah, that's it'll be a battle to say the least as to who is the weakest on my team.
Yeah, MP for all of the mages starts at like 10 or something at level 1, and then Fusoya only gets up to 190 by level 50. So I had to stretch that out over a pretty large number of level ups. So that's why, for quite some time, he's pretty cramped on that regard. By design, though. In any case, he probably does not belong in front row.
Yeah, good advice. Good advice. Holy encounter rate! What is going on?
I got a nice critical hit. Not used to seeing those. Basically by mid game, like you're never seeing crits again. It kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate glitch in the game. Once a character loses the ability to crit, and there's a lot of ways that can happen, then they just can't crit ever again, ever.
Wow.
Again. Same goes with long range, though. If a character gets long range, like, equips a bow and arrow or a whip or something, so they can attack from back row, that also never, ever, ever goes away once it is set. So you can pick up a bow and arrow on Paladin Cecil and then switch to Excalibur and bash them from the back row for full damage, while covering with the additional evasion for being in the back row while covering people in the front row. I really don't know how that works sensibly, but whatever. The game allows it. The Charm Heart chest didn't have anything nifty in it, unfortunately.
The witch chest?
The Charm Heart chest.
Oh, okay. Nothing useful.
No,
I
there was
found some pretty sweet stuff in that chest before.
Mm-hmm. Just not this time.
All right, Octomom down.
Are we allowing MP glitch?
Oh, go for it.
All right.
guess.
No holds barred. I can't do that one, but that's okay. I'm
I haven't
It's
figured
actually
out that.
less hard than you'd think. Just try it sometime and you'll find you get it. You may have to look up what it is if you've not.
Yeah, that's
before, of course. But...
that is the other part of it. MP
Yeah,
glitch.
I've-
Oh, that
I've
sounds
never
cool.
Figured it out. So
having to try too many times with these Molotovs against the creams. Probably shouldn't have taken the fight. If I got lucky, I could have wiped them quickly, but I didn't.
The question
Hoping
is,
to get a higher level spell for damage during the upcoming fight, but that didn't happen.
Boy, I hope I kill Antlion. Fusoya is just so weak.
Yeah. Dark Wave does not trigger his counterattack, if that helps any.
Well, he's just... Oh, actually, that may have earlier. But now he's... boy, I hope this next to hit kills him. Nope. Oh, well. Okay.
Save.
It was right outside the cave. I'm not... I'm wise enough to know when I should be doing smarter things.
It does help to know when you're likely to fail.
Oh, yeah. I was going into that thinking, what's likely to happen here? Where am I most likely to die? That is the question.
Probably should have taken the crossbow off of Rosa before she left. Oh well.
I did that. I did think to do that.
My
either of you guys
forum's
check
just
all
not
the-
going to be doing any damage.
Either of you guys checked the treasury at Damcian?
No.
I did not.
Okay, no, me
Didn't
neither.
think it was going to be
Not-
needed.
not with you guys.
I think we're mainly limited by Fusoya's stats right now, rather than by equipment.
Yeah. Flame rod. That's something.
Ooh.
Just glitched Fusoya's MP. Unfortunately, he doesn't
Yes.
know any level 2 spells, so it's not really going to help that much.
Oh, that's
But it's better
interesting.
than nothing.
I checked the caves north of Antlion, and there was a short sword in there. Which
Neat.
means we should be having a really underpowered ninja joining sooner or later.
Oh yeah, maybe Yang.
Can Yang use the swords?
Yang's replacement. I mean.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, what?
Yeah, I realized I should probably clarify it a little more there.
Yeah. The randomizer does not... Although it checks to make sure that there will eventually be a character in your party that can use an item, it does not check whether that character's in your party yet. So it could, in theory, be the Fusoya replacement. That is permitted for being Edge
Oh, you
and
said the
triggering
Fusoya?
a sword.
Oh yeah, my new overlay for the Golbez % doesn't include Edge or Fusoya, so I forgot about them.
Right.
You don't get them anyway. Was the Charm Harp junk, or is it worth going and grabbing anyway?
I didn't think it was worth it.
It was pretty junk.
Okay, that's a shame.
I tried to get clever and actually get Porum to know something other than sight, and then ended up really ruining my chances to fight Antlion again. Man. Luckily, I saved again.
Did she die or run out of MP? Or
She died. She died.
Okay. There were actually life potions for sale in the Baron shop.
There were a few around Baron,
The
I
other
think.
shop as well.
There were a few hanging around Baron, if you searched the whole town.
Which I didn't. I was still fighting with my interface at that time, trying to get things to, behave. I found out that joystick 2 was also set up. That's what the problem was.
Oh.
Because FF2 does not care if you are first or second player, apparently.
Right. I remember figuring that out, like years and years ago.
The original Japanese release actually has a section of the custom menu where you can specify different characters being controlled by different controllers, just like in Final Fantasy VI has the same thing. Oh crap! That wasn't an exit. That was an alarm. I just wasted an alarm.
Fighting something?
I'm not fighting it because I don't care about it. It was a sandworm and a sandpede. Apparently, is the things you fight in Antlion's Den if you use an alarm. Now you know.
Remind me
There
what
we go.
Cry does again.
Cry accelerates your runaway meter.
Oh! That's not going to help.
No.
Nope. Cry is awesome in the 3D remake. It lowers your enemy's defense. It's like completely different and way better.
Yeah, I think defense is also more percentage based in that game rather than strictly subtractive like it is in this one. I think. Sand ruby, not carrot.
What do I want to cast on this chump? I suppose maybe I want to use damaging items.
Against Antlion?
Yeah,
Legit choice.
yeah, because they have
It'll
like
deal about
higher.
the same damage as your spells.
I've had to get clever against Antlion. Rather than doing like a normal just attack him until he dies, I have to have Fusoya use regen and Porum just use items, and Cecil is just using darkness, so regen is outpacing the damage that's done.
Mm-hmm. Mainly by Cecil to himself.
Yes, exactly, because Antlion's doing like no damage. Porum...
Regen is actually really good in the early game, and then it is insultingly bad at the point where you're supposed to get it.
Oh yeah, that was really bad.
I think in what is it? The 3D remake. I think it regenerates more, but it also regenerates MP.
Yeah, that's the big thing. It's an MP regen in that one.
And Prey does that as well. I think it also regenerates MP, but still only has a like not 100% chance of working.
Right. To answer Onion Knight's question in my chat, this is Lunarian Shuffle Golbez %. The Lunarian Shuffle is a randomizer for Final Fantasy IV. You may notice that Edward is currently sporting a beard, which he doesn't generally. And the objective here is to defeat Golbez in the dwarf castle. That is a convenient stopping point for the game for a number of reasons. Among them being that that's where the game end glitch categories stop the game. Also, it's right after 4 boss fights kind of in a row with a different set of party members for each of those boss fights. So it's a lot of opportunities to force the player to think ahead and decide how they're going to handle each of those fights.
Boy, that was a mistake on my part.
All right, Antlion down. That was a long fight.
Yeah, this is taking longer than I remember.
Okay.
You don't have the power
Paladin
of Edward on
shield
your
I
team.
bought is paying off now.
Yeah, if only Edward were here. I feel
Yeah,
so
he
safe.
would save us so much.
Actually, I guess more accurately, you're lacking Rydia.
I'm
Rydia's a
just-
powerhouse, like right from the get-go, pretty much.
Chocobos are OP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, got him, finally.
Hooray! Okay, so it sounds like the two of you are about the same point. You're not that far behind me either. I'm right now entering Mount Hobbs.
All right.
So
Yeah,
you're
we're
one
only-
cutscene behind.
Hey, this is better than I thought I was going to do, SBQ. We were talking about this earlier. The question was, how far were you going to leave us in the dust, was the question.
Yeah, I've basically considered it a race for second.
Yeah.
But no, we actually are all fairly even.
Yeah,
Even
the
with my
early
death.
game has fewer giant divergence points to make things like that happen. Unless you just die, I guess.
You mean like me? Yeah. No, what I'm...
Fair, your death just brought you back to the same point where we were. pretty much.
What I'm fully
Well, the first
expecting
death, anyway.
is for Yang to be edge, and therefore me be screwed for the rest of the game because I'm going to spend the entire rest of the time getting myself back to where I should have been.
Well, I can tell you that Yang is not edge.
Oh, what am I looking forward to? That's the question.
Edward?
We're looking forward to someone who glows pink as the kick animation is done.
Glows
Whoa.
pink as the kick animation's done. Oh, is it another Fusoya?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Well, he's level 10 this time. So that's something.
Oh yeah, he's just double
I
the.
probably should have put him in the back row. You do get to see who your Yang replacement is a little bit before that's committed in, so I could and probably should have done something about that. I'm gonna have my low-level Fusoya just regen during the Mom Bomb fight. That seems smart to me. And I think Paladin Cecil's just going to be the carry for this particular fight.
Oh yeah, I forgot I'm getting Paladin Cecil.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And you guys have silver daggers to actually hit them with, right?
Dancing Dagger.
Dancing.
Oh,
Oh,
we got dancing.
oh,
Even better.
even better. All right.
Good luck on the water hag fight.
Yeah, you actually have to hit him, don't you?
Yes, you need to
Yeah.
inflict damage of some kind.
Damage of some kind?
Mm-hmm.
I used the flame rod on him.
Okay, yeah, I got an ice rod. That's what.
I just cast
Yeah.
lit one. I sold my ice rods. I don't think I found a flame rod, did I? Oh, I apparently did. Thanks for asking me.
All right, 2 Cecils on the same team. Let's do this.
For some reason, I had it in my head that you have to do physical damage to this guy, and I'm very glad that you don't, because that would have taken a while.
Once Bomb splits. You're talking about the
Water hag.
yeah, Water Hag, which is a different fight.
All right, dancing dagger, boom. Paladin shield, nice. Iron helm. Oh, iron armor. Yeah. All right. Guess my paladin's set up, and he's back row compatible. So let's do that.
Yes.
Yeah, I did take a little bit of time to set that up because it'll pay off once we get to Valvalis.
I never checked what, or did I check? Oh yeah, I did. All right, he's fine.
So yeah, I learned Venom.
Yes.
Best spell in the game that deals 1 damage, and then he deals 1 poison tick at some point.
At least you have that. I mean, I just got fire 1 and I got excited. All right,
Where's Palome with his quake goodness?
Not here yet.
Possibly
He
not
won't
here
be our
ever.
Sid replacement either, so we won't get a shortcut to that.
No, at best now we're looking at. Well, he could be a Peaceful replacement, but at this point, I think if we're getting him, it'll be like vanilla placement. Maybe the twins will be reversed or something.
Talbot says, I just came in, and how do you have 2 Fusoya? That is because we are playing the Lunarian Shuffle. Specifically, we're playing one of the more recent versions of the Lunarian Shuffle, which allows you to play with duplicate characters. The most recent version even allows you to specify some constraints on what characters you get when you do duplicate characters. For example, if you want to tell it that you want no fewer than 6 Edwards, which of course is what everyone always wants, then you can do that.
I don't want to personally, but if somebody wants to run that, I would love to watch them suffer. All right, that's
that is actually my current plan for Sunday. If
Oh, nice.
no other
nice.
things pop up for me to do. I actually don't remember what claws I've gotten. None so far, so I'll buy 1 of each.
All right.
Oh, I just found a Thunderclaw. I went into that side room on Hobbs.
Ah,
The Thunderclaw in there.
yeah. That I usually consider that to be too much of a detour for me to bother with.
Yeah, I can understand that, but I figured I'd see what it has.
Well, things didn't go too bad for me as I approached Mom Bomb because I did realize I have plenty of hand axes that I'm sure you've found along the way too.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're dealing with Dark Knight Cecil, Fusoya, and Fusoya as our gauntlet team. Brilliant.
Darkness Helm.
Oh my lord, is it possible for Fusoya to die before he
He can die, and that's okay.
Good.
So I changed that fight so that if you die, because let's say you get Rydia there and it happens to start with really bad equipment, then even if it's in the back row, you're probably losing that fight regardless. So I made that fight not so bad.
So if I use 2 regens, will I get double regen?
I actually don't know. I've never tried that.
Let's find out.
Are you sure you want to?
I don't think you realize just how low my hit points are.
Let me know how it works, by the way.
And neither Fusoya is probably going to be contributing that much anyway.
I'm getting a kick out of this because it does not look as if it's actually doing much at all. Oh no, it does look like it actually is doing double.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Good to know.
Maybe I'll try that.
The real
There are some strange details with some of the special commands. With regen, it is possible for your character to have technically a character in a slot that is empty. So whenever the game removes a character from your party, it doesn't actually scrub that character from the in-combat character information. It just has that character listed as not participating. So that character will actually gain HP from Fusoya's regen.
Yeah, I had
do anything, but
I was wondering that was about what that was about. I had nobody on the top. Oh wow! I can't believe I beat Mom Bomb.
I can't believe it's not butter.
They're
I'm
all
not sure if the double bless is actually doing anything. Anything more than it would otherwise.
Yeah,
I think you're regenerating at the normal rate. Except you have two inactive Fusoyas.
which is fine because I mean, right now they're 13 hit points apart from each other. So
Yeah, Fusoya is pretty good mid to late game. Probably not end game. He's okay end game maybe, but
If you find apples, either just like 3 in chests or a store that sells them, that's
so many
usually
drops.
enough. Because
they're active
his
again.
default maximum of 1900 HP before his HP growth dunts itself, that 1900 HP is just barely not enough to be reliable in the Zeramus fight. So if you get it just a little bit higher, that's usually the difference maker.
so
both my Fusoyas learned Venom.
Hooray.
the power at your fingertips. Nice. Nice. You know what? I'm getting this because I've wished Edward on you too often, SBQ. I feel bad.
This is payback.
Some sort of divine retribution. Poetic justice.
Oh, I have to forget
And
about
one
my
more
overlay.
fight, and I'll be through the gauntlet.
So yeah, shoot, that is 2 Fusoyas. Oh, you don't even get you get like no power through that.
No, it was really bad. It was. They died the second Mom Bob exploded. They were done.
Well, I mean the upcoming war.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah. That's Oh, jeez, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. With
You got Diesel and a couple of Fusoyas.
Beard power.
Couple of.
Which, by the way, is one of the presets in the character specifier.
Nice. Oh, I must have turned off my timer somewhere. I have no idea what happened there.
We're at 43 minutes and some change.
Yeah, I'm only like a minute behind. I just hit 42, so I'm not that far behind on my timer.
Okay.
Okay, what does the equipment shop have?
Cecil may actually take a while to die to this cane here. It's gotten pretty buff.
You might want that for the future, and that's about it. What does the item shop have? Use some cure ones, lives, heals.
Who is Sean Talbot?
Oh, jeez. My poor Fuso Yas.
Not doing so well in the gauntlet. My top one died. Fortunately, my bottom one never got targeted at all.
Good for him, because my Fuso Yas are one of them is down, and that was the first fight. So.
Oh, yeah.
What level are you, Fusoyas?
I think one just hit 6.
Died
Okay.
over Antlion, I guess, or during the Antlion fight.
Yeah, one of them.
That's a big setback. Yeah,
Both of mine are 12, so
that's what I was entering with as well.
What? How many hit points do they have?
150-ish or something.
Okay, then yeah, mine are a little bit below that.
Yep, both of mine are. Yeah, I've got 154 and 157.
Whoops, I didn't. Actually, there are things for me to sell anyway, so I'll make use of the menu here that I accidentally went into.
Diesel is a meat shield, or no, the Fuso Yas are just acting as a random meat shield. Occasionally, they'll soak up damage. Oh, these guys. Oh.
Okay, let's pick up 10 Molotovs. That should help on the Mount Ordeal's climb to come. Then move on. Just did a little bit of shopping. Okay, Wind Spear is our reward from King of Baron.
Ooh.
King of Vabul.
That's intriguing.
I would love a Kane somewhere along this, except for the fact that he's probably going to join at a lower level than usual, wouldn't he? No, he should be pretty normal there.
Vanilla Cane.
We have Vanilla Cane, plus there's the options of Paladin Cecil or
Twins.
Palom Emporum, yeah. See if anyone's carrying anything I care about. It's not really. Actually, I may want that Iron Ring.
My sister says that Fuso Ya looks like a melted octopus. Whenever he's dead. When he's dead.
Usually
Yeah.
people call him.
I thought that's what you were talking about.
That's, yeah, octopus. I'd say a squid because of the coloration, but yeah.
There goes my second Fuso Ya. All right, come on, Diesel. You can do this. You can win the gauntlet.
I call him DK Cecil. That way I can make jokes like DK Cecil Kong and such.
I do like Cecil Kong.
You say as a beard elemental, says Talbot.
A beard elemental.
Just like a pizza elemental, except, not.
Yeah, the mysterious 6th element that I guess I can only think of the Burgomeister having one of those in Quest for Glory. Beards are in short supply in that game too. Oh, except Dervish.
Burgomeister is cool.
I like that guy. He's always nice. All right, will I die here? That'll be the question. And I fully expect the answer to be probably. I'm at the last fight of the gauntlet too to make it even better.
If you have relevant items, don't be afraid to use them.
Oh no, I'm going full to the wall now, and I should have done it earlier. Oh, good, got it.
Okay, you're through. Kane to beat you up.
Yeah, can Kane? Question would be: Kane's killing me automatically ends the fight in my favor, right?
That is correct.
Oh, thank God.
You can also kill yourself during the fight to end it earlier.
I'm doing that.
Okay. I've just found Palom Emporum. Strangely enough, Edge is the polite one. That's not Kanan at all. Or Canon, or whatever it's pronounced as.
Wait, which one? Edge is one of the twins?
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. All right, through the gauntlet. I can't believe it. Will wonders never cease?
One of my Fusoyas isn't making it through the gauntlet. The other one's barely touched. He's even gaining levels. He learned Cure 2.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, I'm not. I think he's the Yang replacement. Yeah, I think he's the Yang replacement. So I'll be getting him back.
Golba's just blasted both of them. All the beards are on the floor at the same time. They're getting cheered up by poor little Porum.
At least it's still a young girl that can cast healing magic, doing all the work. So
Yeah, at least it makes sense in this case. It's not like Edward coming to the rescue. Or like Diesel coming to the rescue.
Allow me to heal you. No, 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 no.
All right, Wind Spear.
Guess I'll get 3 hour, maybe 4 hourglasses here.
Oh, I forgot
Kind of
about
an interesting shop at Basidia for the items. Had a hard time deciding what I wanted or not. No alarms though, so we'll have to encounter Liliths the hard way if we want them.
Well,
All
I
right.
I still have an alarm.
Right, I accidentally
didn't use mine. Yeah, I didn't waste mine.
Where did you pick the alarm up?
I don't
I don't
remember.
remember.
That was
It may have been somewhere in Baron.
Likely.
Oh no, I think it might have been in the Mist clip.
that would make sense.
Okay, so I do have a bunch of Molotovs, so there should be a bunch of fights I can take pretty easily on Mount Ordeals. I want to save some of that power for the boss fights at the top. And also for the descent, so I can level up whoever my Paladin Caesar replacement is.
If only there was some way to randomize Leviathan. Instead, like, I don't know. I just have this picture of like a giant chocobo coming up out of the water.
Just replace the sprite with like the fat chocobo sprite.
Yeah. Oh wow, wow, that would be great.
I think if I were going to randomize the summon monsters, I would want all of the summon monsters to be options for all of the other ones, rather than playing favorites. But I put some thought into that before, and I decided it probably wouldn't work out very well. The big problem being that the expected value of fighting one of the summons is already pretty low to begin with. I should have taken that fight ahead of Lilith.
Yeah, but it might make a Bahamut actually viable at some point. Because, I mean, getting...
that you get it without going to Bahamut.
Yeah, exactly. Just getting it
Like
some...
random aim drop. Random aim drop. Bahamut.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll
I
take
don't
it.
think so on that one. Probably would not include the orbs. It wouldn't be excessively difficult to change which thing is awarded for each of the orbs, and then rename the orbs to accommodate, but yeah. I don't know how I feel about opening a chest and finding Bahamut in the chest.
I agree.
It would definitely make that miss skip a little interesting.
It wouldn't be available at that level anyway.
Oh, boo.
Probably would be available starting at the I should have thought. Oh well, whatever. Probably would start becoming available during the final dungeon. No, slightly before that.
Yeah, because by then you
So,
can just
like
go get it
around the
anyway.
Giant of Babel level.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Because that's around the time you could get it anyway, but
Mhm.
you might end up with it a touch sooner.
All right, starting Mylon now.
Okay.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're pulling pretty far ahead. I'm just finishing up the Leviathan event.
Well, I was very happy to have multiple hand axes. I'll say that. At least I had something. And an extra short sword. I did get that extra short sword. Edge is viable.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Well, I have a dancing dagger for Edge.
Oh, go ahead. Brag a little harder. Oh,
Will
look.
do.
My dagger
You
dances.
insist.
Oh wow. Okay. You hadn't mentioned who the Palom replacement is, so that's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Pal Cecil instead of Palom.
Yeah, we got Piesel and Diesel again.
Yep. This
theme.
can't seem to keep those two apart.
They're destined for each other. Also, there was an alarm somewhere on the climb up here, so
Nice.
at least get one
Okay.
of those.
That's good to know.
Okay.
Where's my hand axe? There we. Oh shoot. Okay, hold on. I have too much stuff.
Haha, I told you that would happen. Now, now the
Dastardly plan is coming together.
I'm gonna shoot ahead while somebody's fighting with how many short iron arrows they have, or
Oh, he started with a short sword, but the dancing dagger's better. So that extra short sword wasn't really.
yeah. I was here, and here I am. At least, no, it wasn't. It's worth it if you didn't do the miss skip.
That is, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I give him the karate gi. Nice.
I'm hoping I set myself up for success going up ordeals. That's what I'm hoping for, because I guarantee you, I'm under level compared to you guys.
Okay, I put him back row. Safe. Oh yeah, awesome. We're getting a Rosa. Edge is not back row compatible yet.
Yeah, I should have thought ahead to the fact that I was getting Rosa and picked up some white arrows. That would have been very nice for Mylon Z. As is, she can still just cast Curing Magic, and that's not too bad either, just not quite as amazing.
I'm going to have to sell a bunch of crap. So that
I suggest, in order to get the highest price as you sell your stuff, that you not describe it that way.
That's good advice. That's solid advice there. Ah, running takes forever. I wish I had cry.
Said no one ever.
Yeah. I don't understand.
Okay.
I'm good enough at doing it in real life. You'd think it would help me out in the game.
Crying or running?
Oh, well, if you've seen me in real life, you know I'm not good at running. It's got to be the other one.
Oh wait, I didn't see what else was here. I just saw, okay, white arrows. Good. Nah, nothing else stood out.
The best thing, Rosa coming up in between Edge, Diesel, and Piesel and looking at him, and it's just thinking like how many possible things they could be saying to her at that moment. All right.
Someday I'm gonna turn off the or not use shortened cutscenes to see everything actually like play out with the weird character setups.
Once upon a time, that's just the way things were. I didn't have the shortened cutscenes for a few patches after the release of the game. Everyone was talking about wanting it, but I didn't want to go through the effort of manually custom making every single cutscene. And I was trying a bunch of alternative solutions that would be automated, and just none of them worked well. I had to do it. Handcrafting each one.
All right, let's see if my strategy for Milan worked.
Because I've noticed that with the shortened cutscenes on, it does alleviate some of the like sketchiness from some of the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have like I don't know, like one of the adult characters and one of the children in a love thing. You could view it as like parent and child because it's all silent anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
But-
I often think of whoever Dark Knight Cecil is replaced by as running a daycare center. A bunch of kids running to him all the time. Okay, we have a pretty good replacement for our Paladin Cecil. You will not need to take a safety save before starting the fight.
Good to know. I probably will anyway. I'll find a new way to die.
You'll accidentally attack yourself.
Yeah.
Even when you're not supposed to be attacking, you'll figure it.
All right. I did not remember the first part of Z being that difficult. That's not good.
If you have Molotovs, 2 Molotovs will
Yep.
knock off all the tests. Otherwise, taking out the gas takes a while.
No, I did. That was the one thing I prepped for because I knew that if the shop, because whenever I went back to get Rosa slash Piesel, or no, it was slash Piesel. I figured I probably needed to check what was in that store and saw Molotovs there, so I loaded up on Cold Winds and Molotovs. So
Okay. I did not take the Cold Winds. I probably should have taken Cold Wind back before I was doing the Watery Pass, but I did not.
All right, let's see. White arrows. Why do I have nothing for her head
I knew that
or
would
her
happen.
body? Prisoner is
It's not
marginally
the
better.
worst.
It's marginally better than club. Like +1 magic defense and I guess sleep resistance,
Woo.
which is nice and thematic.
Now, I'm gonna have to reset this. Yep.
I'm ditching some of my gear from other characters so I can get stronger stuff onto Kane, because he's actually going to be sticking around.
Ba-da-da.
I like how characters in this can just randomly join your party wearing prison clothing and nobody seems to be worried about that.
No, yeah, nothing out of the
Who you are
ordinary.
again?
Nothing out of the ordinary here. Oh, poor Edge. Never stood a chance. Oh. Okay.
Okay, set up for the double Lilith fight now. Hopefully Kane survives. Well, Kane Cecil, I guess.
Hey, anybody on my stream, can you give me a heads up to see whether or not I have a network error on yours or if that's just mine?
I can hear you if that helps.
Maybe not for you. It doesn't help. It helps.
Okay, Talbat is claiming that Cecil was Inigo Montoya all along.
And I find Mylan more annoying than Mylan Z. The constant lightning one is just irritating.
It's not so bad if you have individual big chunks of damage. Now, the fight is very clearly designed to make you like the twin command. That's what it's made to do, basically.
Right.
Oh, Cecil, stop missing. For God's sakes.
So using a bow and arrow.
Yeah, there's only one thing to do. I'm going to start... I'm going to start chucking these hand axes and see what happens. Oh,
They
that did...
actually do pretty good damage when thrown.
Yeah, they do.
Usually the thing that holds them back when you use them as melee weapons is their low hit rate, but Dart does not care about that. Case in point, the Drain Spear has a 22% hit rate. So when thrown, it is amazing, and when used as a weapon, it's pretty garbage against things that are not giants or slimes.
I have never, in all my years playing this game, had such a long first phase Mylon fight.
Are you still on Mylan 1?
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I am right now.
And
It is annoying.
I had to do a reset. I mean, he ended up killing off Rosa, and I was like, I can't have that.
You didn't get any life potions from any of the Baron Shop equivalents?
You need to have money, and I've run way too often to have that.
There is the
I'm
minor
done.
detail of running
Boom.
away from fights, draining your wallet.
Oh,
At some points, you can just sell armor. Armor actually sells for quite a bit most of the time. So
All right.
if you're
Mylan
desperate for
phase
cash,
one
you can
down.
take someone who's about to leave your party, grab their armor, and run.
yeah, I don't
Let's
have.
get Edge back to life, even though he's probably just going to die again in the next fight.
Oh, good. He died for you also. Good.
Oh yeah, Ed.
Yeah, the
I didn't
dance.
fight anything on my way up.
Yeah, me neither. Of course, I haven't fought anything all game practically, so. I am quite happy though that the dancing dagger did not give you the edge on that.
Well, you can give it to
Oh,
Edge
boy.
for him to get an edge off of it. Get it?
Eh,
Because it's
Yeah. Get it? Chuckle, chuckle.
teeter, teeter, teeter.
The best thing that has to happen, I used a tent when Edge was dead. Yeah, that was smart.
It recovers other status effects, just not death.
Just like in real life. Ah.
Yeah, you need a cabin to come back to life.
Just pitching a tent will not cure you of your snake bite. Do not take this as survival data, please. Anyone watching the stream.
Yeah, hashtag not a survivalist Twitch. Let's see, change. All right. Yeah, I can't have my back row people as my front row, or my front row as my back row in this one. All right.
Let's chuck this hand axe at Mylan Z and see what happens. Oh, not bad.
Fun fact, during the barroom brawl scene, the Yang replacement is programmed to say some extra dialogue and target Dark Knight Cecil's replacement. This is also the case in vanilla, just remove the word replacement. So yeah, for some reason, at some point while they were coding that, I guess they were expecting this barroom brawl to occur with Dark Knight Cecil rather than Paladin Cecil in your party.
Interesting.
Could be that, or they just chose the wrong Cecil from the list.
That's entirely also possible.
All right. I'm going to take off Diesel's stuff because I want to sell it.
Probably a smart choice, probably a choice I should have made as well.
And thanks for the reminder ahead of time.
No problem.
Assuming that I can actually get past this boss, that's going to be important info.
Are you at Z now?
I'm at Z.
Okay. I just beat Z. I'm unequipping Diesel, and I'm going to become a...
Whatever.
I gathered it's a Dragoon?
Yep.
Ooh.
Kane. So from one form of corruption to another.
He doesn't get redeemed until after years.
No, after years does not even redeem him.
I think the thing that is not redeemed by the after years is the after years.
Oh, the poor. That's what I said. It just the first time I played it, I thought to myself, this just looks like a fanfic. That's what this looks like.
Basically, yeah.
And I really wanted to like it too.
I played through it all. I didn't mind the experience, but it's not an experience I would have again.
Did you grind for all the extra stuff to all
I
the?
did not.
Okay, yeah, nobody did.
Well,
Just-
to be
I don't know if
fair,
it's worth
it's
it.
ludicrously difficult to grind for all the extra stuff in this game.
Mylon goes down. All right,
Grats.
with everybody alive, believe it or not. I can't believe it.
Nice.
Edge is just gaining levels like a madman. All right, let's see here, magic.
Probably could have done that during a fight. I found an ice shield somewhere. Went to the menu to pick it up, but in retrospect, I should have done that during Painazo at some point.
I would like a dwarf axe, but I do not have one.
I'm using this time to get rid of items I don't want by equipping them onto Cecil.
That is actually
idea.
something I do as well.
Good
I
idea.
use characters that are leaving as simultaneously a source of money and a trash can for things that are not worth money.
All right, that is awesome. Kane is a suitable replacement.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially since we got the wind spear for
Yep.
the...
I only have one alarm. I didn't search all the treasure chests on my way.
I don't need to bother with
Oh,
the save room in the sewers, right? Right.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed
I
to.
just had to reset. It's fine. I'm like right at the save point, but because Kane died in the fight, that's
Wait.
supposed to level him up.
Oh, that fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of need him to survive that, or else.
It's the entire point of the fight.
Yes.
Okay. Now
that-
he's in the back row and he lived.
Hey, Baigan just joined the party.
Well, that's not good.
Oh,
Kane,
sweet.
how did Kane perish in the diesel fight?
How did he perish in the diesel fight?
Wow.
I hope
Oh no! I gotta
He
fight.
had to have gotten ludicrously bad damage rolls for that.
No, I attacked.
And to not have.
I went one step too far and attacked one time, and that's all it took. Now I gotta fight Mylon
Yeah.
one more time.
If you reset the thing, then that does rant. Yes.
All I
Did
did,
you say you'd find a way?
yeah. Wow. Wow.
You promise.
I did. I know.
I thought okay.
The best.
I think you were going to save just in case, but
That's exactly what I get too for not saving immediately after Mylon Z anyway.
So, do you have to do just Mylon Z again? Or...
Yeah, just Mylon Z. Just Mylon Z.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm only going to be majorly behind instead of catastrophically. Yeah.
I just remembered I have the legend sword now. I give that to Cecil.
Oh.
I actually
I
forget
forgot
whether the
about that
Legend
little.
Sword or the Dancing Dagger is stronger. I think they're pretty similar.
Well, Dancing Dagger is on Edge anyway.
Oh, right. That would make
I could give him a second short sword, but
I
I
kind of shorted Edge. Decided not to put any particular effort into him since he's not going to be sticking around. You can throw a hand axe. That'll be enough value out of him.
Yeah, I threw the short sword at an enemy, so I can't have that as a backup for him. Let's see. Legend sword is only like marginally better than the hand axe, but it does have the light element for here, so for ordeals.
Mm-hmm. Liliths, I found, have a surprisingly high defense power. I was expecting them to kind of get crushed by the Legend Sword originally, and I've just found that is not how it usually plays out. Baigan is down.
Boom, boom. I wish I had gotten a fire claw. That would have been useful here. Because all you have to is you only need the element attached to you, right? You don't need like if you put a good weapon in one hand and the flame claw in another, you're getting a decent attack that's getting the multiplier.
Yeah, either hand having an elemental claw makes your full attack have that element. That is correct.
Okay, so question: if you is sneak ever worth anything anywhere?
You can steal Artemis arrows from carries.
Oh yeah,
if
the
your
later
level is high enough. That's the only application I've found. Oh no! Actually, there's one other. There are a number of enemies that you can steal a silver shield from, and if you steal a silver shield and you didn't have any in your inventory, then whoever's turn it is while that theft is happening is allowed to equip a shield, even if that character generally cannot do that.
You give one to Rydia or something.
Yeah, that's the usual application. Rydia or Edward, if you're going to have Edward be a tank rather than an archer. Right. One time I actually did Edward with...
I hope you guys don't mind. I'm using one save state just to make sure I don't die to Diesel one more time.
That's probably. I'm assuming you probably won't even use it. So
I'm just gonna keep my hands off the keyboard for a couple seconds here. And watch if he kills me anyway. If he kills me anyway, that'll be great.
Yeah, one time when I had 3 Edwards, this was actually back in the 5-job Fiesta rather than the Lunarian Shuffle, but I had 3 Edwards and an Edge. So I gave one of my Edwards both the silver shield and a flame spear, because that's another thing you can steal from the flame guards later on. Oh, right. So yeah, it was melee Edge in the front line, trying to hold his own desperately.
And of course, I forgot to take off the stuff off Diesel and use him as a proper trash can this time.
Talbot is describing a process in a game called Atrian Odyssey that reminds me very strongly of a good way to deal with the start of Dragon Warrior 3, I think it is. Mm-hmm. Yes, start of Dragon Warrior 3. You recruit a bunch of new characters into your party at the start of the game, and then you take all their gear, sell it, and then kick them out of your party, and then create another set of characters and add them to your party, and use them instead.
Can you throw dark swords?
No.
That's weird.
The list of things Edge can throw and can't throw is weirdly interspersed. It just feels completely random.
Hey, just out of curiosity, do you have to be off of the save spot to use the alarm?
That is correct.
Good to know.
Did you just find out the hard way?
Of course I did.
Okay. You also cannot use the alarm on any squares that have triggers. So like if you were standing on the square that makes the Mylon Z fight, or one of the squares that can make Palam's hiss conversation occur.
Okay.
Any of those squares are not permitted for alarm. There is also a glitch in the game somewhere where if you use alarm, sometimes certain squares of the map become blocked and you can't walk on them. I don't really understand why or how, but it can happen, and it happens in the basic Japanese version of the game as well, so it's not really on my to fix list.
You know it's got to be good whenever... Oh, nice. Ended up fighting a Lilith randomly. Okay, good.
Nice.
Sweet.
Of course, Cecil immediately died anyway, so it doesn't matter. Of course he did.
That's about right.
Let's see what kind. Let's see. It might be worth it anyway.
So Edge had to break up a fight between Rosa and Rosa in the scene after Kainazo.
That sounds like the kind of fight he would want to.
I suppose it is.
Man, you're up to Kanazo, man. I'm just starting the bar brawl.
Maybe Edge wasn't breaking up the fight. Maybe he was trying to convince them to go to a mud pit. All right, so I bought a bunch of Hourglass 2s whenever I was in Mysidia in preparation for heading over to Eblon and grabbing the stuff there. So that's what I'm up to now.
I wondered why you were buying those. That's good to know, because I bought a couple.
Were you buying them just to try to copy me?
Yes and no. I know they're a useful item, but
it's also nice to have one for Calbran.
Yeah, definitely. You want to make sure you have one for that. I knew there had to be a couple things coming up that needed them though, or could use them. All right.
I don't know whether the Slumber Sword or the Wind Spirit is stronger.
Well, I now have Vanilla Cane, basically. All right. After one
Level
fight.
10.
Yeah, level 10. Or is he level 9 to start? I forget.
10.
10?
But he has slightly less HP than Cecil.
Okay. Must have gotten good rolls. He's got exactly Cecil. He actually looks like Cecil. Well.
He's even named Cecil.
Yeah!
Yep. He's doing his best Cecil impression.
All right, what does this item shop or weapon shop have for me?
Unfortunately, the Stale Man put my Rosa that had ice arrows to sleep here, so the Stale Man's going to take a while to kill.
I'm just going to let Edge sleep for a little bit. He's just going to sleep. That's what he's doing, sleeping.
He is in a swoon, according to the game.
Yes, yeah. He needs to swoon for a little bit. I need some experience. Yeah, after using all of my Molotovs, I am pretty happy that that Legend Sword is equipable on Peaceful.
Let's see, I'm going to want a couple of these. A couple of Gaia gears. Better than cloth and
Slumber
Prisoner
Sword's
gear.
box was replaced with a ninja hat.
Ooh, that's a pretty good early find. Let's see. No, go ahead.
The problem with having two Cecils is it's hard to tell who's gaining the level.
Yeah.
The level ups go in the order of the party slots. The middle slot is first, then the top slot, then the bottom slot, then the middle top, then the middle bottom.
Got it.
Ties in turn orders all in that way. If two characters have their turn at the same time, the lower slot number gets priority.
I just
The
renamed
middle
my
party slot also gets explicit bonuses. Mute arrows. That's interesting. The middle party slot gets 25% increased hit chance on everything, which is actually bad for Rosa because Rosa's aim command is already maxed out and it overflows if you have her in the middle slot.
I remember you telling me that before.
I just renamed my Paladin Cecil to Peaceful. Just to keep them apart. Not that I'm fighting things for levels anyway, but
yeah, but it keeps everything nice and Nice and simple.
Yeah, his name is now as it should be.
I can never remember where that guy is in Mysidia. I should just wait.
All right, I don't think I put the improved gear onto Rosa yet.
Oh, wow. The post-Kanazo team is Kane, Fusoya, and 2 Rosas. Could do worse. Rosa's a decent character, but still.
Okay, Kane is now Gary. I've decided.
All right. Is he from Indiana?
No. He's probably North Dakota, if I had to take a guess. So,
I found a second ice shield in the waterway.
The Drain Spear replacement, or at least the Drain Spear box, contained a light sword.
ooh.
Ooh, that's pretty good that early.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no one can equip it.
Yet. Rosa's replacement is...
Oh,
pellets,
yeah. Right. Yeah, definitely worth hanging on to then.
All right, let's see if I could screw this fight up with Yang the way I did with the...
I suggest not actively trying to do that.
That's good advice. It's good advice. Okay, Edge, thank God, went right back to sleep. Good.
Heaven forbid he try to contribute.
Well, fire shield.
Yeah.
Oh, I just remembered. These Mad Ogres I'm about to go through, they are technically mages, so I can just give one of my Rosas the mute arrows I found in one of these other boxes, and that will wreck them.
Are they really? Mages?
Mm-hmm. They're mages and giant, both. I don't know why they're mages. That does not make particularly much sense to me, but
they don't cast any magic.
I don't think they know why they're mages. All right.
They are nearly immune to magic, so maybe that's a thing. Maybe they spend all of their magic on wards or something.
All right, just so we're clear, you shouldn't have a problem with the Yang fight, correct?
You're not supposed to. Have you found a way to disagree?
Challenge accepted.
And if you failed to heal Kane after the first kick, then that would be bad. But that's what you would have to do.
I think I'm okay.
Okay, this rose is lasting longer than the other one. But right now that rose is currently set up as magic user, so I'll put the silence rod on you. By the way, we're getting a silence rod. If you open the monster chest with the giant ogres.
That should be that for me. That should be just about the time you GG. So
you don't have to deal with the blonde either. If you want to throw caution to the wind game plan, that is a possible 5-minute time save at the cost of a possible, however many minute time loss later.
It sounds worthwhile though.
It's called the Mr. P.R. Miller strategy. That's a good. All right, Fusoya. Thank God. Now I feel safe.
Incidentally, the just assume everything will work out strategy seems to be the only strategy that the speedrunners of this game generally feel comfortable playing with. Yeah, they aren't. I've gotten complaints from them before saying that the Lunarian Shuffle feels too much like they're playing Final Fantasy IV compared to playing the speedrun, because you have to actually At least there's advantages to actually fighting things, whereas in the speedrun that is never done ever, pretty much.
See, this is why I never check chests. Man, that was a waste.
Some of them are good.
Are you in the shop?
Yeah. The shop.
I don't even remember what was in them. I guess they weren't that great.
The shop itself was good. I mean, the karates were nice. Everything else was, yeah, I could have left it behind. I would have had a clear conscience.
Okay, saving again, just out of Magnes. I've had some problems before with either myself or others forgetting to check all of their metal equipment before going in here, at least on some character. Talbot is asking me, so does this randomizer randomize loot from chests as well? Yes, it does. I got a bunch of not normally available stuff whenever I looted Eblon right there, and just throughout this whole randomizer, we've been getting various things.
Just found a charm claw in Baron.
Oh.
Ooh.
Where?
The right-hand side.
If I planned on having Edge Awake, that could be useful.
I'm thinking it'll be useful for the ogres, the mad ogres.
Oh yeah.
When will we have someone who can do that though? Palom's
you're right.
replacement was the Edge, and he's already gone.
Oh dang, you're right.
Which is why he stays asleep.
Looks like I'm selling that. I'm not gonna have anyone who can use it.
I'm gonna check.
Oh well. Okay, the question is, do I go back to the cave and save it, or do I... I think I'm okay to go for it. I'm like 20-ish, level 20-ish going into Knazo. I should be able to beat him. Let's do this.
Wow, I actually have 3 characters that aren't affected by the...
You'll be 20-ish. I'll be in my preteens.
I have 3 characters that aren't affected by magnetism. I got a first strike on a cave bat fight. I said, let's item these guys down.
Cave bats. Ugh.
6 cave bats plus 1 vamp girl. It's a lot of enemies, so I figure...
Okay.
Oh, they absorb lightning for some reason? Forget that.
Yeah, they're weak to fire.
I forget that for some reason.
I think they're weak to fire. Maybe you're thinking Pokemon trying to zap them with electric. Those Zubats. Well, if Fusoya wasn't my only source of lightning, I'd probably throw on a regen right now.
I guess Kane's going to have to carry this fight. Also, I don't have enough metal stuff for the Rosa or the Fusoya to carry, so I'm going to have to sit around and wait for the me attack you fight.
Oh, I'm going to have a blast in that place.
I almost forgot to take the Dancing Dagger off. I'm doing it now.
Oh,
I'm going to give him the Charm Claw. Not that it'll help much against Knazo, but it'll let me keep the Dancing Dagger after the battle.
I might just have to go and collect that Dancing Dagger once I get my airship.
That's when you're supposed to have access to it, so...
Oh, wait, what am I doing? I have like...
Yeah, you bunch of cheaters.
I have a... What other claws do I have? Oh, I don't have any. I sold them. Never mind. I was thinking I could throw in like an elemental weakness claw here, but no. That's not happening.
Deep breath for Bagan. Okay.
It's usually not that bad. Just...
Underline. Neither's the Kane. Neither's the Paladin Cecil fight. That'll be fine. No problem. That's right. Go to sleep, Edge, just like I expected. All right.
He's doing his part well.
Yeah, just as I planned. It's all going to plan.
Okay, I'm just going to go for it and bring both Rosas and hope that doesn't come back to bite me. Fusoya had better not get hit too hard. Talbat is asking about the Edward playing a harp animation. The way that works here is that I superimpose a hand moving back and forth across a harp on top of the character's normal sideways facing sprite. Normally, Edward has a special sprite that kind of smushes him onto the right side of the box so he looks a little better. But this still works pretty well as well. And wow, I forgot how strong the silent staff is melee.
I think it's the strongest of the staffs. Even like the later game ones, like the life staff, don't have as high of attack power.
Power staff also gives strength, so it may actually beat it out in terms of physical damage, but not because of the attack stat.
Right. I'm in like the last part of the Kanazo fight where he keeps hiding, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, that's a pain. You have to burst him down somehow. Getting the correct element hit off with a Rosa arrow and a Fusoya level 2 spell. Between the two of those, you should be good to go. If you can get the two of those to line up.
I can keep him in his shell, but I can't do enough damage to move past that. Yeah,
sometimes it actually works out to set up to wait for him to bring up his water barrier again, zap him with lightning, then queue up ice attack after that, something like that. Because what you need is burst damage. You need to outburst his healing or his just general HP before he heals.
I am fairly confident I have set the record for number of Cure 2 spells ever used in a Final Fantasy 2 game, period, let alone rando.
I'd be skeptical.
All right, Ice 2 did the trick. Ice 2 did significantly more damage than anything else I did. It did like 850 damage. Like, oh,
nice.
Should have used that sooner.
Yeah. Kainazo is weak against ice when he doesn't have his water up, and then he's weak against lightning instead when it is up. And elemental weaknesses are really big in some fights because some fights have the enemies have a pretty high defense power. Whenever the defense power matters, getting yourself more multipliers matters more than anything else.
In case anybody is wondering on my stream what the heck I'm doing, I do not trust myself against Kainozo, so I am saving.
Oh yeah, that's a pretty big
I debated whether or not
want that safety
there.
save.
Oh,
you can also sleep in Cecil's bedroom if you have to.
Oh yeah, I did that before Bacon. But I did. I beat him, and actually he was not that bad.
Usually if you have problems with Bagan, it's because you disrespect his arms. If you let his arms stay alive too long, eventually he casts fast on both of them, and then things get scary.
I killed the first one right away and just left the snakehead alive. Edge slept for a while, and everything worked out in the end.
All right, airship acquired. Just got to watch a little cutscene here where Kane has betrayed Kane. Yeah, I like to think of them as time travelers. So I'm not sure which one is the one from the past. I guess this one just became the Kane, so this is the one from the... This is like the present Kane. The other one is like future Kane. At some point in the future, Kane will betray himself, his younger self. Pretty bizarre.
All right, Kenozo fight. Here we go.
Okay. Good luck on Kenozo.
Thanks.
I'm about to tackle Eblan.
Probably should have taken that fight. Everything there would have died to a single fire 2.
Ooh, let's see. That's a pretty solid starting set of equipment for Sid Rosa.
Yeah, it's great bow and what, darkness arrows, was it?
Yeah. And the Gaia gear.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty decent starting equipment.
Mm-hmm. I'm never sure how highly to value the Gaia robes. Gaia hats are amazing, but with the Gaia robes, sometimes they really my butt, and a lot of times they feel like they just kind of were pointless. So,
yeah. I guess they'd be really useful in the Valvalis fight. Other than that, not really.
I remember the first time my dad was playing this game, he overpowered Palom so far that he had lit 3. It was just sick. I mean, I was like, oh.
By the way, diamond armor set in Eblan. It's pretty useful.
Ooh.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
I looted
And
the
an ice
entirety
armor.
of Eblan. Did not make a mental note of having picked up a diamond arm, anything. That shows how highly I value it.
It's significantly better than a leather tunic.
That is definitely true.
Where are my hourglasses? There's one.
For Mage's Sisters, I'll be using the... Actually, would I be better off using... Yeah, I think I want to use the Stardust, not during this fight, but instead during Calbrena? No, I should use it here.
Oh, you cheating turtle.
What? Oh, the turtle, yeah.
Remedy.
Oh, yeah.
400 HP per remedy, so
Yep.
you'll just have to deal with that. There are a
Not
few
fun.
ways to handle it.
By the way, thank you for saying ice too, because yeah, that did a lot.
Yeah. It ended the fight for me. I'm assuming it ended the fight for you.
No, it didn't. He's healed way too much hit points already. Apparently he's hiding better than Edward ever has.
Edward hides pretty well, though.
Yeah, he has like, I want to say it's 700 or less HP is when he hides, something like that.
Figures.
Okay, triple
Right, Lamia.
berserk strategy, go.
Lamia and Kitty Cat's down.
Meow.
And yeah, light sword. That'll be handy later.
Ah, crap.
Where's that one
I
at?
also ran out of mute arrows for the Mage's Sisters fight. Thankfully, though, the Silence Staff also is super effective against mages. So the MO for this seed seems to be Rosa's dealing large amounts of physical damage. Not usually how you expect things to go, but here we are.
I better heal up here.
Oh my lord, he just hides and hides and hides.
Yeah.
Hope you don't run out of MP on Fuso, yeah, because that'll make it really...
Yeah, luckily I've picked up a couple ethers along the way, but everything was going fine there for a while. I was thinking, yeah, no problem.
At least he doesn't pose a threat to you at that point. His wave attack deals damage based on the current HP that he has. So whenever he's hiding in his shell, he's necessarily already fairly weak.
What's
in
his
that regard.
What's his HP level whenever he comes out? Do you know?
Whatever it was before.
I killed him. Oh,
Nice.
oh! I didn't think I was actually doing that much damage to him. I thought he was healing faster than I could hurt him. All right, so Gary is gaining levels like crazy.
Gary the Dragoon.
Yep. That was Kane's dad. That's what I believe. Pretty sure that's canon. You can mark me on that one.
Okay, about to lose one of my rosas, so my physical damage will be less now.
I guess instead of defending with Fusoya, I could be using regen.
Rosa thinks she can cast black magic now. She's turned to the dark side.
Mad Ogre's down.
Okay. What was in that chest again? Was it the first silence staff?
Yeah, that was the silent staff.
Okay. There's another one in the flame dog chest.
Ooh.
So you can double silence it up against the Mage's Sisters if you feel like it.
That sounds pretty useful.
Do you know what's not useful? A dancing dagger with nobody to use it.
Well, King can use it.
Yeah.
Use it, but he also has a wind spear.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. He also has a wind spear, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I was surprised. I recently learned that in this game you don't have to have a spear in order to do double damage from the jump.
Talbot, in that cutscene where Cecil piped up, that is actually Kane, or at least one of our Kanes, because your Cecil character retains his same name, or her same name, as the class change from Dark Knight to Paladin occurs. In this case, that was the class change between Dark Knight and Dragoon. So that is the Cecil that was talking there. Okay, now we get our bromance between Cecil and Cecil dressed as a dragoon.
That's what I get for buying 2 great bows before checking Rosa too.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm clapping off beat. Like, it's like I have a bad enough thing. I feel it's like Al Gore growing a beard right before 9/11 or something like that. It's just one of those things where I think, wow, could I possibly make a better decision? Thank God. Gary at level 17. Nice. Let's see if I can remember how to get these chests in Ninja Town. Apparently not. Nice. It's been a while.
All right, Paladin Cecil, pick up that light sword. Now I can lightsaber my problems away.
Let's see. Where are those ice arrows? There they are.
Oh, that's a neat weapon.
And I attacked the wrong thing after equipping ice arrows. Oh no, it'll be fine. The skeletons are dead.
Okay, moving all my physical damage gear from Rosa onto Cecil now. This should be pretty easy.
Well, there goes Fusoya.
Yeah, I'm dead.
What are you against?
Pretty.
Man?
Yep.
Yeah. That's That's a tough fight in vanilla.
Yeah, it's even better. It's a tough fight with a level 17 Gary. Ah,
Which fight?
the stale man with his 4 skull friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I should have paid a bit more attention because now I'm pretty sure I have to fight Kinozo one more time.
Oh,
No, I may have saved. I don't think I was that smart, but I might have been.
Blink, I do
Okay,
not blink.
this-
So I have to heal.
All right. Well, now we're gonna find out because everybody's dead. Let's find out.
This stale man is causing me problems. The stale man-
Oh,
Just stop them. Just use stop.
I was alive. I was alive. Okay. I died, but I did save. So
Excellent.
you're telling me.
Okay.
All right.
Valvalis is getting murdered.
We have
Two
double
canes prevent her from being in a spin ever. And then
Oh, that's nice.
lightsaber wielding Cecil just takes her down instantly.
By the way, the second you GG, I dot forfeit SBQ. So
Do you have to deal with the Kanazo again?
no. I did save. I did actually.
Okay, good.
I did not remember doing that. Apparently, my instinct to survive is just natural, so it's good.
That helps.
Okay, who wants the ninja hood thing?
Me.
I don't think you can have it transcend different ROM, different instances of the ROM.
I'm gonna give it to the Rosa that has no headgear. There we go.
Final Fantasy IV, the MMO needs to be a thing. Loot sharing.
All right, let's see. I need to go to an inn somewhere, revive my characters. There's something else I wanted to do. Oh yeah.
Sure, I was going to name the second Rosa Roger, but Rajel came out, so we're going to go with that.
That'd
I'm
be
planning
the same
going
in most
to-
Asian languages.
Yeah.
I was gonna rename the Tella Rosa to Rosa with an H on the end, just so I can part. Rosa.
Rosa. All right, let's see how much I can not buy here. Okay.
Look at all the things you can't afford.
Yeah, exactly. Although I haven't sold a single thing or had to clear my inventory all game, so
It's because you
So-
didn't get the dancing dagger.
yeah, it's the one nice thing about running around like a madman is and not picking up like any chests along the way.
All right, I hope I got the right Rosa.
The one that is
Rosa.
leaving should be one that is most likely.
Rosa, yeah, okay.
Track
The
which
higher
one is
level.
Higher level when the Sid replacement joins, and that'll tell you.
Yeah, I meant in the horizontal list when renaming.
Oh yeah, it'd be
Ooh.
silly if you named them wrong.
Wizard hats for sale in Eggart.
Oh, neat. Kind of wish I checked that shop. But I made the calculation that Calbrenna and...
That it didn't matter.
Basically, yes. That Calbrenna is not going to be an issue, and that Golbez is also not going to be an issue. We've got against Golbez, and I have an hourglass for Calbrenna, so I don't see it being a problem.
I could just see it. It's like I had the calculation. I was a level 60 crow. I guess
to be
it-
fair, I've played what? Somewhere around
And-
maybe 80 or so seeds of this by now.
And we are going up against the dev, so oh yeah, I guess I should go and pick up and listen to what Edward has to say before I go fight the dark elf.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I made that mistake on a stream a few weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Oh, Boomerang! If only Edge were still around.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. always wondered why Agard had such
You got
strange
a-
equipment.
You got a boomerang where?
For sale in Agart.
Okay. I think Palamemporum stuff can technically show up there. It ideally shouldn't, but just the way the level numbers go, I think that is currently permitted and probably shouldn't be. So for anyone who is watching my stream, Jesus, why Calbrena is not currently turning into Big Baby, that is because I have stopped the cows. The cows are, for some reason, not considered bosses. So if you use an hourglass item, they stop getting turns and therefore cannot take the action to notice that all the Brennas are gone and therefore assemble into Voltron. I mean, become Calbrena.
So you're like 2 minutes from finish.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yes, yes, pretty much Golbez, and then we're done.
Out of curiosity, SBQ, are you at Zot yet?
No. Are
Okay.
you?
You want to take it?
I didn't quite get I was hoping to get double cane in the air before Golbez paralyzed us, but it doesn't look like that's happening.
All right.
I am. Yeah, I gotta go talk to Edward here. I goofed around too much. Oh, you didn't do all of Eblan, did you?
No, I have done none of that because I know well enough to know that even if I did have the levels, I probably wouldn't live anyway.
All you need is hourglasses. If you got any in Mysidia, then that makes those fights safe. Unless you somehow mess up, which is, I guess you could find some way to do it.
As we now found out that I can do on Peasel. Yes. All right, let's make sure that nobody has any... Except for Gary, you can keep your stuff. That's fine. All right.
I usually just go down to like one character with who can move and run from everything. Even way back playing the vanilla game when I was a kid, that's what I would do. Like, screw it. I don't want to give weak gear to everyone and struggle through this cave. Let's run.
Is that where you're at right now?
Yeah, I'm just about to enter the cave.
Huh.
Oh,
Something just happened to me that has not happened before. I'll have to think about it.
Uh-oh.
No,
work
the
back
game's
to the
still working
beginning.
fine, but I got Porum's turn just before she walked out into the open, which doesn't seem right to me.
Ooh. So you hadn't... So she was like Edward. She could attack, or she could do something, but wasn't on the screen to do it.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm guessing it works in the same way as well. I'll mention that to Boardface, who helped me put together the patch that makes this fight work, quote unquote, properly. So let's see if any reasons that would have messed up occurred. Anyway, time.
Man, I was thinking I would check it, but it ended up just not mattering. That was the best. I'll cry.
As I predicted, race for second.
Talbot is asking why Porum died when she had 2 HP left. She got hit by a virus, and virus ticks down your HP over time. And so when she got hit down to 2 HP, she was 1 tick away from death.
Wow, nice paladin armor there where it can't help me. All right.
You're going to be getting Peasel back eventually.
Yeah. That's true.
Unless you forfeit.
Well, I mean, it depends on how fast you get here. Okay.
I think we're both about the same place.
Yeah, I am.
I'm pretty close to the. I just got the paladin armor.
Holy smokes! That dark elf hosed me.
What happened?
Dark elf used that triple his Delta attack, his triple threat there, and just wiped everybody out except for like Rosa with
Your
like.
party must have all been very low at the time for that to happen, because it deals like 30-ish damage, but stealing more than that, then you didn't get the twin harp.
No. Luckily, Fuso Ya is about to get out of bed, and wow, I mean, actually,
Okay.
this is the thing that makes the most sense as I'm looking at it.
The fight where you're supposed to brutal.
Oh yeah, I was like, wow, I didn't think I was going to get hit that hard.
I wonder which Fusoya it is that's saving the other one. Past, present. I guess it's got to be the future Fusoya saving the past one. Although
we'd
I don't know.
We'd have to
It's hard
cut.
to say.
We'd have to cut their beard open and count the rings.
How gruesome. Now I get the fire sword. Bit late, game.
You're just gonna keep going. He's gonna beat Zeramus around the time we GG.
I'm going for a Lugai. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna complete the run. Why not?
Yeah, we'll see.
The fire sword is that's a pretty good get. I've gotten it as early as Mist.
Yeah, Mist Clip I think is the first opportunity for it.
It's pretty good.
Like even if you get to Mist normally, I think that's the first opportunity. I don't think it's actually it would be allowed by King of Fabul. He would be allowed to pick it up.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I might have gotten it from him before.
Gary just turned into a pig, and I'm kind of okay with that.
Oh yeah, being a pig is actually great in this game, as long as you don't want to do one of the special commands that gets blocked by it.
Yeah, we're just
It
gonna.
protects you from most other status effects.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
There's a an ordering to the status effects, and for some reason, anything that is, if you have a status effect that is earlier in the status effect ordering than the status that is trying to be applied, then you are exempt from that being applied at all. This has a number of important applications. One is that the speedrun intentionally mutes the party before the Golbez fight, so that the paralysis gas animation doesn't play, and so that you get your turn on Paladin Cecil a little earlier.
Wow.
Also, during the Lugai fight, he poisons the party, and that poison actually protects you against the sleep gas counterattack that he has for as long as that poison lasts. Eventually, he will hit you with a heal on the whole party, and then that will make you vulnerable to sleep. So it is as if Lugai himself is familiar with the quirks of the game's programming, which is kind of creepy.
Yeah, that's actually kind of makes sense when you think about it. I'm happy to report that Fuso Ya is now a pig, and his pink little nose is adorable.
Suggestion: do not try to cure the piggy status with piggy spell. It takes, I want to say, longer to cast piggy than it takes to cast Meteo.
Wow.
Really? All right, Dark Elf
It's
down.
just completely out of line.
By
with
design.
everything else.
That's got to be by design.
A lot of spells, as successive versions of the game are released, a lot of spells got their casting times reduced. I guess they found that it just didn't play as well as they hoped to have players wait between when they start committing a character to casting a spell when the spell actually comes out.
My sister just made a comment. She said, "My party is now 50% emergency rations because they're pigs."
Excellent.
I can't even. Oh, good. Dark Elf is dead. All right. Gary and Rogel are gaining. All right. Hope you like being a pig, Kane, because that's where you're staying.
I don't think I'm gonna raid the treasure room.
Yeah, I didn't either. If my stated goal was complete the whole game, I probably would have, but I didn't do it for any of the upcoming bosses at that point.
Do you want to
Double silent staff. Okay, I only knew the one silent staff was the mute arrows at the time, but it was still double anti-mage things heading into Calbrenna, and then I was heading into the Magus Sisters, and then double Kane for dealing with Valvalis. So I had a hard time picturing anything going wrong.
Yeah, so did we, for you at least. Hey, just out of curiosity, Crow, did you happen to have an exit spell handy whenever you were leaving the magnetic cave?
I think I had an exit item, yes.
I'm running my little piggy legs out.
Do you not have the exit spell on?
No, I don't
Any of your
have.
mages?
No, no.
You have 3 white mages. None of them know exit.
None of them. Poor
Rosa
Roswell.
does not learn that spell until she does the cutscene where she takes you back to the
Even Fusoya.
To your room, which, by the way, is kind of creepy that she can just instantly teleport to Cecil's room whenever.
That's the.
I never thought about that.
That's the way it has to work before they're married. Otherwise, Mama would get upset. You think it's coincidence that Mom is the only character that survives as far as the family goes? It's a.
My Fusoya knows exit.
I
Yeah,
don't.
you may have just
I
had a
use the
slightly
exit
under.
item.
But yeah,
I
which
use the
makes
exit
sense
item even.
Fight the Eblon fights. Those are over level for that point in the game, so.
What level's your Fusoya?
23.
Okay, I'm at 20. I'm just below that.
Oh, okay. I think I learned it like 21, 22.
Naturally, so I should have fought rather than running. I mean, but he's so cute as a pig. I don't know. That's good.
But what I didn't even use the spell though. I had an exit item. I had a couple exit items in my inventory.
Yeah,
There were a few around. I bought one in a shop sometime. I think it was the Mysidia shop.
I'll often in a casual run I'll buy like 10 and never run out of them through the rest of the game. Like you just always have them. If you need it, you got it.
what we call
There
that.
aren't really that many. What?
That is wisdom, my friend. All right.
Let's see if I can kill these
This pig
guys.
is this pig is going to show them the earth elemental, or possibly look at him as if he's a buffet. The
Flame dog down. Rosa gained a level. Silent staff. Sounds good to me. I still don't have anything for her arms. But oh well. She's leaving
There's
soon.
been a dearth of arm equipment just throughout the sea.
She's gonna die soon, so it doesn't matter. That's the creepy thing. That she's got to be the she's the future Rosa, right? So the younger Rosa, that's the Sid replacement, is going to watch how she dies in the future.
sounds about right.
And know that preventing paradoxes insists that she blunder into that death later.
What does Kane start with whenever you fight? Right after you lose Tella. Do you remember what spear he has?
Normally,
he has whatever
you mean?
you.
No, I mean the new one. Oh yeah, I guess this is a vanilla Kane, so he should have. Would he have a wind spear?
He will have whatever you left him with. This randomizer
Okay.
gives you. It does not change equipment whenever a character leaves and returns. So if you strip something off of someone, that does come at a cost later.
Okay.
But in vanilla,
I may
it
not
is
have
the wind
anything for
sphere
him.
at that point.
I may not have much for him then.
Yeah, I went into the treasure room, and there was another wind spear. So,
Okay.
Ooh.
not that it'll matter. I'm pretty sure that right around the time that that fight would happen will be the dot done from. Oh. Of course, that trolley person had to jump into the way of the exit. All right.
Well, apparently the FF1 randomizer, the creator of it recently updated it a bit so some of the NPCs, at least in the first town, don't move anymore, so they can't block you from the exit.
Aw,
Ah,
boo.
that's part of the game, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's part of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, he takes a few more liberties in that to make like a few like quality of life issue corrections.
That is common in the RPG speedruns. I wanted to minimize as much of that kind of stuff as possible in this.
Yeah. At first, I remember at first when I was playing your randomizer, I thought, well, why don't you do this and this and this and change this? But then you explained to me why you did it, and it made a lot of sense. That you're trying to keep the experience pure.
Yeah,
Basically.
you should feel like you're playing Final Fantasy IV,
Yeah.
which turns out to actually be a turnoff for some people. But if that's the case, then, if that's the case, then that's a problem I have by design.
Ironically, it's a turn off to those who dedicate their lives to mastering the game.
Yeah, but if I had known the randomizer was going to come out 30 years or 25 years ago or whatever it was, I would have just waited.
Man, the 2 steps leading up to the Magus Sisters were fights. Come on, I just want to get to them.
Good, my minions, go. Block him.
Whoa. 1.1k against Cindy with the silent staff.
Yeah.
Whoa.
If you berserk, it's more like 1800.
Well,
Ooh.
I'm going to guess I'm not going to catch up there.
Well, the other one only did 244 damage. What gives? 816.
Is one of them wearing karate stuff and the other not?
I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know what anyone has on.
I am at the Magus Sisters, so...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Got up pretty quickly.
Well, I mean, pigs are faster than they look in real life. It's...
Okay, now I did
They're still
1900.
pigs?
No, unfortunately, I made the mistake of sleeping at the inn because, well, I value life more than I do bacon. And...
That doesn't sound right.
I'm sure there are some people out there that would take issue with that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm second-guessing myself now. Fuso, yeah, do your black magic stuff. All right, buddy. Here you go. Piggy, Gary, and Fuso, yeah, they are both now pigs, and I'm saving.
There's not really much status magic that happens in...
No, that's why I'm not terribly worried either.
I don't know if being a pig protects you from stone. I don't think it does. I can't think of any case where I would have found out whether that was the case or not. And by the way, I've cleared the super cannon now, and I'm exiting Tower of Babel.
All right, sisters are dead.
Hooray!
Nice.
Okay, I'm about to lose Rosa. Take the ninja. Oh, I have the ninja thing on her. That's why. That's probably partly why. It was only adding 1 attack point, but still.
The attack point's not what matters. The ninja hat gives +3 strength and +3 agility. If either one of those bumps you up to another attack multiplier, that winds up being a big deal. Heck, it's possible you got both cutoffs via the ninja hat.
Well, it's crazy though. I saw ranges from like The one with the ninja hat did as high as like 1900 attack. The one without did as low as like 240.
That one may not have had long range.
No, I'm pretty sure they both had a bow at some point.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the one that did 200 at one point did like 800 or 900.
Others, okay.
So,
So
I just got a huge
I don't
range.
actually know off the top of my head what the hit rate on the silent staff is. Well, apparently Rosas in this seed are just obsessed with killing themselves. We got the Medio cast before, and now Sid's blowing himself up.
But we know that Sid version isn't going to die there because Rosa actually dies fighting Golbez.
Uh-huh.
At some
Except
point
she still
in her
comes
future-
back as
in
an
her timeline.
apparition afterward.
Is she what?
She comes back as an apparition during the Zeramin fight.
Yes. That is still future Rosa. future Rosa.
I had no idea the vampire did that much damage.
Yeah, Drain is actually a late game spell, believe it or not. It's just that by the time you get access to it, enemies' magic defenses start catching up. So it winds up only being relevant against specific enemies that happen to have low magic defense, and you just have to know which ones they are. Otherwise,
say
you
so
generally
together at
conclude
last.
that Drain sucks.
Well, that didn't work out for me. I used Thor on the Magus sisters, and of course,
Reflect.
yeah. Well, I mean, I knew the reflect was going to happen. I didn't expect it to actually hit Gary. So, my cane. I'm very upset by this. I think I need to
Is it enough to turn him to the dark side?
Okay, I've got a slumber sword. That's handy. That's just as strong as the wind spear. So, yeah.
Except rather than being air elemental, it's instead able to inflict sleep.
Yeah, but it's still better than nothing.
Yes.
Let's see. I can give him paladin armor, and then give him the iron armor.
Silver apples are also for sale in Eblon's shop. So are Soma drops, if that matters. Probably not.
Apparently, a wizard hat is better than an iron helmet.
Oh, the irony.
Wow.
Ha ha ha.
I went there. Deal with it.
I'm trying, but
I know. I just
okay. I guess I'm ready for Avos. Actually, what I'm going to do is shift Cecil Paladin, Peacel, if you will, to the bottom or to the back row, because he's back row safe. He should be. I made him back row safe back when he was Tella. So, no, not Tella. Rosa.
Now I have to manage my inventory.
now she cannot have that much life left.
Who are you? Are you still fighting the sisters?
Yeah, yeah. We didn't all have dancing daggers growing up.
I've been using the dancing dagger for a long time.
Yeah, it was.
So
I gotta have something to hold on to.
I guess since you didn't have a dancing dagger to hold on.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Oh, wow.
One of them's down.
Kane, while Kane's jumping, he can still get healed from regen.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yep.
You can see this little number up at the top of the screen. around where he left the screen.
Bandanas are for sale in the Eblon shop.
That doesn't really help us.
No, not really. I guess.
I can't wait to get there. I'm on my way.
I had mistakenly failed to get enough headbands before, so it was actually pretty nice.
And Valvalis is down.
Nice.
Hooray!
I'm like,
2 bosses to go.
All right,
I'll estimate 5 or 6 minutes from, no, maybe a little longer. Ooh, I'll learn Virus with Fusoya.
Oh, the wind
That
spell.
makes Calbrena much easier, or
That's
at least much faster.
And who's oh, Rosa's leaving. Man, I lost 2 Rosas in like one day.
Edge would be so disappointed.
But he's not around to know, so.
Yeah.
all right. One
He got
sister
the cold
left.
Shoulder turned him to stone. Even
All right, she's down.
more mute arrows. Tiara.
All right.
Now, considering I think this is the first time I've ever actually done a speed run on this game, I'm pretty happy
did
with the
pretty well,
results.
for the most part.
I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, you'll just have to get a better feel for what situations are dangerous and not, so you can avoid them preemptively.
Yeah, like Antlion apparently, and
Antlion's pretty rough. If you're not prepared.
Yeah.
I bought a whole bunch of like damaging items before even going into the waterway. So
now, of course,
but I had the pass from the mist clip to get some extra money for that, though.
Yep. The power of permissions to go to strip clubs.
you know, where was all this magic power before, Rosa? Whenever we needed you.
And she would have had enough magic, like more than enough to cast Meteor. Like my Rosa has over 200 MP.
My Rose is the first one to reach over 700 hit points. It just happened. I don't even get to use her. All right, how much does a Rosa underpowered Meteor? Wow, okay. I guess that's just a scripted 999.
I've seen it do. I've seen it on Sid. I've seen it do like 6K.
Really?
Yeah.
That Meteor is weird. That's the best way to put it. It breaks some rules when they cast Meteor there.
Okay, this is interesting to know. I was a pig going into the Golbez scene, and after the Rosa fight, I am no longer a pig.
Okay.
Yeah. It seems like that heals you, like at that point or something.
Yeah, I think it's a full party heal in order to make sure that your Tela replacement isn't dead there.
That would make sense.
And I don't think the game has a specifically heal Tela function. It does have a specifically bring everyone to dead except for Paladin Cecil, who's at 1 HP function, which it uses during Zeramus.
Oh man, there's silver apples available.
Rosa spinning
Multiple
whenever.
stores, actually.
Rosa spinning whenever she sees Kane and Cecil. Yeah, that scene.
Oh man. Hey Gare Bear, welcome. I'm actually running pretty close to the finish here. Crow has already finished.
Hours ago.
A while
Victory
ago.
lap.
A while. It's nice.
Yeah. I'm about to fight the dolls.
Nice.
Let's see, Hourglass. Virus. It's weird how the dolls, even though you stop them, if they have an attack lined up, like on in the queue, they will attack. But then they won't queue up anything more after that.
Keep forgetting that the black robe can't be equipped by white wizards.
That is an
It makes
unusual thing to
sense,
forget.
but it also doesn't because the robe actually gives you white mage stats instead of black mage stats. Something else I wanted to do, I don't remember what it was anymore.
Isn't that like a weird change they made in the North American release?
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that particular change, if it is. Could be.
All right, dolls are down. Oh,
So our edge is...
Man, this is not...
Replacement is Tella, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, we dodged a bullet.
I think the only hope I have in this situation is that if your computer suddenly suffers power loss, and you...
Two canes to jump. Can I get them off the screen while Golbez does? Oh, I got one of them off.
I was only able to get one. I suspect if I run buffered, I could have gotten two. Same's probably true for you.
Run buffering didn't even occur to me.
Oh, yeah.
Last time I played this, mid scenario, like mid cutscene or whatever, my cane landed again and then got devoured.
Yep.
I'd never seen that happen.
You have to be careful
before.
about it. You can also get him landing after the devour happens, but before the paralysis. Which is what happened to me actually this time. But yeah, you can be so fast that he gets back that quickly. Kane's jump command is affected more than most actions as far as how long it takes for you to execute the action based on your agility. So as Kane gains agility, his jumps get much faster than they otherwise would be.
Right.
Okay, just kill Vovalis.
Okay.
All right, I'm pretty happy. I'm not nearly as far behind as I was expecting to be, so...
No, this has been a pretty,
you had a lead
pretty close between you and
one
me.
time. Technically.
And I took the lead back just by going straight for Dark Elf at one point. Of course, it cost me with none of my pigs actually knowing the exit spell, but suppose that would be useful against the farmer. By the way, Aaron, I am loving your puns.
I've been speedrunning Quest for Glory for a while now. It's going to happen whether I want it to or not.
Done.
All right, I'm actually going to keep going to Golbez. I am actually going to
go forward from here.
2:27:38.
All right. I was 1:57.
Yeah, you were like a solid half hour ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Almost exactly. I'll keep going for a bit. I'm not going to play the whole run. Probably keep going.
Well, I'll be jumping out the second I'm finished here. I'll say my goodbyes at that point. But
okay. So final team then would be, instead of Fusoya, you'd have Tella, right? Yeah. It's a bit of a downgrade.
Beard plus to beard minus.
Right, yeah.
Who was
the wrong order of them joining too, because Tella's pretty useful in the early game and then less so late.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
It will be available for casting weak if you want to do that for whatever reason.
And if you get the Soma drops, he is able to cast Meteo, right, without actually dying, right? And we don't want to.
Yeah, I've made use of that. I think I've used Meteo on stuff like just he could be pretty good that way, actually.
I think he'd be overpowered if he knew Flare.
Oh yeah, but knowing Meteo and giving him Soma drops is pretty much the only way to make him viable, like actually useful.
I usually wind up using him as a white mage most of the time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to lose my Rosa, aren't I? I forgot.
Yes.
Okay. Poor Rogel.
From 2 down to 0 in rapid succession.
That's what the reference was.
Pretty sure I kind of stripped her naked and sent her on her way. As I do with like all my characters.
Okay, glad you said characters. Good.
What did the
All right.
what the weapon shop had for sale? Weapons and armor. Weapons.
Is there anything
There's a
she
dancing dagger.
has on her that I? No.
Oh, wizard robes. Those would have been handy. Oh, Lilith rod. Not bad.
So Crow, what was the measure, like the path to success for you this time? I mean, what was the overall strategy or whatever you want to call it here that allowed you to catapult, other than the fact that you were playing us?
Let's see. I identified good damage dealers. We never really ran completely out of good damage dealers. As long as you have that and then good white mages, then you can just kind of survive that way. There were most of the fights throughout the mid game. I was just berserking everyone, and then that was that. In the early game, it was the gamble I made in Baron was to grab only the items that were on the path for me heading through the bushes in the backside of town.
Okay, I did that.
And then I grabbed those, and I got the Darkness Sword, which carried me through the early game. Without the Darkness Sword, the Antlion would have been really annoying. So yeah, it was that, and then buying 10 Molotovs early, and then 10 Molotovs in the in just before heading up Mount Ordeals. So combining all of those things, I was able to get reasonably high levels for the mid game, and then just a few strong weapon pickups here and there. Plus Berserk was enough to get me through. First, using the characters you would expect to be the people carrying you with physical attacks, but then after that, transitioning to Rosa being a physical damage dealer. That a good enough summary?
Better than I could have ever given.
I get the impression you have a lot more experience with being able to identify like when you're good to go on.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for me, I'm often thinking, okay, let's grab a few more treasure chests to see if I can get a bit more gear to guarantee being okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in almost every randomizer, the biggest time saves come from identifying go mode and then going. It's pretty frequent in the A Link to the Past randomizers, for example. I have double dwarves blocking the upstairs now. Okay. In A Link to the Past randomizer, it's pretty common to have
All right, goal best time.
characters in a treasure chest room with just chest, and that's just all stuff you need. They'll open like 3 of the 5 chests in the room, and then on the 3rd chest they see, oh, I got the item I need. I'm not even bothering to open these chests that are 2 steps away because I know I'm in go mode. I don't need anything more. I'm just going to get the stuff, and I'm not going to bother with the 5 seconds it would take to get maybe another full heart or whatever.
That's
So
it.
yeah, that's common.
I guess that would come largely from experience.
Mhm.
I'm just happy my Fusoya finally knows exit. It just happened.
Nice.
Yeah. Luckily, also, he was at a high enough level to know stops because I didn't have any hourglasses or anything.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've definitely played some of the Final Fantasy 1 rant. Like, as soon as you've gotten like your final piece of endgame gear, you never have to open another treasure chest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're like, okay, I can now skip the next like 30 chests in the game, and that saves a lot of time. Like, I've done runs where like I've basically ignored all chests, or most chests in the Sea Shrine, all chests in the Mirage Tower and Sky Castle. Just make a beeline for the boss. So, yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I played that game vanilla enough times to know my way around, but not enough to be confident enough to have done a race.
Like an FF1 randomizer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I know the game like well. I know what needs to happen, when it's supposed to happen. Usually I'm Captain Grind, so I don't ever have a problem, but yeah.
well, the FF1 randomizer alleviates grinding a bit by modifying experience values and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Optionally, of course. You can set them to default values if you want.
That's time for me. That's time for me.
That was what the suggestion was being made by a lot of people for this one for a while. But the trouble is that the experience focusing mechanic in this game is just really, really strong. So I couldn't have allowed that, basically. To have someone have, say, times 5 or whatever it is, whatever they were asking for, experience per fight, and then also have it multiplied by 5 for having all but one of your characters dead.
What was my time, by the way? I did kill him. So.
Did you hit done?
Remember, I don't have IRC, so.
Oh yeah, shoot.
It just happened, so. Ballpark
probably
it.
like 5 or 7 minutes or so after when the previous kill happened.
Okay.
So that brings us to like 1 hour and 45 minutes about.
Oh.
Sorry, 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Hey, sub 3. Okay, I can live with that.
Congrats.
All right. No, thank you for including me in this race, and it forced me to get the big rig up for streaming because I've been putting it off long enough, and now I know that it actually works, so I'm happy. But no, this has been great racing you guys.
Oh yeah, I'm glad it was able to work out. That was fun.
Yeah, I want more of these to happen, just in general. But yeah, it's always hard to get people together to play something that is fairly long. So
Yeah.
anytime it can happen, I'm happy.
The nice thing, this was only like just over like 2.5 hours, right? Like, it's not a huge time commitment, especially on a weekend if you don't have a lot else going on. I mean, for me, it's like, it's great. Like, I'm probably going to want to be playing this game anyway. Let's race.
Yeah, looking at Friday and Saturday evenings coming up here for a while, minus Thanksgiving, I'm pretty open. I usually have those times pretty open, so this is a good time for me if you want to start scheduling something a bit more frequently.
Okay.
That'd be good.
There is always the Lunarian Shuffle Sundays that are always up. So every Sunday, 3 o'clock Eastern U.S. time. Anyone who wants to play along or play as a race for the Lunarian Shuffle, I'm up for that. Otherwise, I just play myself. As I said a while ago, and for anyone who's watching now, wasn't watching before, I currently am planning on doing a use Spoony Seed run. So at least 6 Edwards on Sunday.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I got to tune in for that. I got to see the chaos and watch you somehow with 5 Edwards beat my time. just shake your head, fantastic. I'm telling you.
It's I forget. Is it like only 6 or at least 6?
At least 6, and then for future slots, there is a 13x chance of an Edward. No, not Edward. 7x chance of Edward compared to any of the other options. So the character pool that you get, that it pulls characters from for that, is... Oh no, this is not the cape I wanted. The character pool it uses is 6 guaranteed Edwards, 7 additional Edwards, and then 1 each of other characters, and that's what it shuffles among.
Oh. So there's a decent chance your end game party will probably have like at least 3 Edwards, if not 4 or 5.
All those are possibilities. 5 is kind of unlikely, but on average, you'll expect 7 Edwards out of it. I think it came out to being. You expected 1 additional Edward, and then more was possible, and less was very unlikely.
Let's just hope that you have access to apples of some kind.
Well, we'll just have to see. Whatever I get, I'll have to roll with.
Are you doing full game or Golbez %?
Full game.
Okay.
I'll probably...
Unless people want to race me on it.
Yeah, I'm on my way. Don't worry. I'm keeping this going. We're going straight to the... You're going down. I just...
Start now.
I just took my time and renamed all my characters to Cecil, who is Hand Axe, because why not? Because that's what he used for the entire game with me. Thomas, Gary, Bedpan, I'll let you guess who that one is, and Marv. I got to spend time naming characters more often. I think that'll be fun. All right, guys, I'm heading out, okay?
All right. Thanks for joining.
No.
Thanks for racing.
Nah, it was my pleasure. Thank you for including me, and looking forward to the next time.
Sounds great.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to it, too.
Good night, guys. I'll probably tune into yours, Crow, to see how far you make it then.
All right, good night.
Good night.